chief.
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kill Connor Club podcast, episode 80. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always, how's it going, my friend?
It's good, it's going great. Good time.
That's the way.
It's great.
That's the way.
And today we're joined by, once again, like we do every 10 episodes, the other two of the four pillars, LongEaredFox and Fizhy. George and Ethan.
Alright.
Hello.
How's it going?
Welcome back.
A lot of top people today, and one of them isn't James for once, which is interesting.
That's great.
George, you sound like pure shit, and I'm sick, and you still sound worse than me. And Ethan, you're getting there, but you still you sound tired.
My voice wakes up about half an hour after I do, so it will kick in, and then people will be skipping through it and be like, "What the fuck? This guy's voice has completely changed." So I look forward to that. I look forward to people going, "Who the fuck are you? And what have you done with the real Fizhy?" To which I have to finally say, "Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down." But no, it could be an interesting one if we're all sounding like shit, though.
Yeah, it could be.
Pretend to
I
be
just
on.
listen to myself and I sound ill. Like,
I'm actually sick, and you sound sicker. That's like how, I guess I don't want to say you sound like pure shit, but like a lot of
I
it.
do though.
It's pure. You sound like.
Oh god.
Like clean diarrhea. Anyway, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is brought to you by the great people over at patreon.com/, as always, and Patreon just did a fucking update, so the whole list order has changed.
Oh no! You can go back to the old list. It just defaults to the relationship manager. If you click manager on the left, it'll take you back to how the old list looks.
Dude, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It
me.
freaked me out. Yeah, I didn't like it, but
that upset me. Yeah, okay, we're good, guys. Never mind. So to thank a few of the sweet vintage lads at patreon.com/ as always. So that means if you like what you're listening to here and you want to hear more, every week the Kill Connor Club podcast is on. We do Kill Connor Clubhouse exclusively to patreon.com/ as always for just $1. You can become an as always member. It's brilliant. It's awesome. I love Clubhouse. We talk about so much funny shit over there. Some things we can't talk about publicly out here. So check it out. Anyway, to thank a few of those sweet vintage lads, we have King Richard III, Ballsack 47, Tman or Travis, Billy, the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Casey Wood, Cameron Morrissey, Mario 5380, Lumistrad, Josh Jordan, OllieTheDane, Ben or Modorox, TheHumbleWorm, Elstico91, Emil Katborg, Austin, Sjors, Prudhvi Muvva, Julli, Adam Sundling, H-Pass12, Saggy Tits, Jason Last Medici, the ACMJS, James the Lad, Yazen, Joe the Sexy Boy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose, Big Up LongEaredFox, or George Walford and Fox and Lad, Joshua Mora, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, Seth, Oscar, Ravjai, Son of a Bitch, OG Doggo, Brendan or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. I struggled a bit because I'm a bit sick with that than I usually do.
yeah.
Plus some new names.
That list gets bigger and bigger every time, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
literally doing, like I said last time, a podcast of just names and a podcast after it. No wonder that fucking thing's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it's a lot of chatting.
There is a lot of chatting in there.
A lot of chatting about
it's mostly in this, yeah.
Patreon.
Mostly just reading off names,
It's
yeah.
mostly the list. It's mostly that's the whole thing. Most of it, anyway.
Yeah. That's why we're going to come over to Clubhouse where we actually talk about things.
Yeah.
You've tasted it, now you pay for it.
Clubhouse has quickly become the funniest fucking thing ever. I love
it.
that. Like it's because it was kind of like doing the same podcast, but it's completely different. It's got its own identity now, and it's so dumb.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
It's really great. We've got our own little inside memes. You got the advice thread. It's bloody great. It's great.
That advice thread is my favorite, and I've
I
already
love
because I don't even tell Tyler's tales anymore on this. Like it's way more perfect for Clubhouse. I've already got some for Clubhouse next week. Wait, so it's gonna be a great time. Anyway, enough promoting my Patreon where you'll pay me money to hear me talk about dumb shit. What's going on with all you guys? What's new? What's up? What have you been doing? What's the haps?
I think George can go first on this one while I get my thoughts together. Unless George doesn't want to.
No, it's all good. I've been playing Destiny 2 a lot.
Okay, I
That's
was
what
gonna say,
I've
have
been
you
doing.
finalized that alternative indie EP you've been working on, or?
Oh god, No. I haven't even been playing
Sorry.
like any
Sorry.
form of guitar recently or anything like that.
Just every photo I see of George on Instagram or anything these days, I feel like he's in like the Beatles in the 60s or something, and I'm just waiting for him to release the hottest like alternative like indie EP of all time.
Thank you. That's the.
I mean, every single photo I've seen of George lately is him sat on a curb outside at night time with a like a suede jacket on, and
It's a good jacket.
He's smoking a nice fat cigarette, having a great time.
Oh my god, George.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, life's crazy sometimes, isn't it, like that? But you know,
What's crazy about that? It's a fucking curb.
I hope it's just
Curbs
the
are-
marijuana and not the
curbs are
tobacco.
fucking mental. Curbs are
Do you
mental,
kiss
man.
curbs when you get out? Is it a good time?
Kiss
Oh well.
them.
Seriously, you do you, mate. It's all good. But it's
You,
interesting.
mate. Yeah. That's phenomenal. Anyway, that's our picking on George segment of the
Yeah,
podcast.
that's the LongEaredFox. That's
I
what I've
got
been
it
up
out
to,
the
sitting
way.
on curbs. Sitting on
I want to
curbs.
save the rest of my pot shots for James.
I'm glad.
Okay,
Why does
that's
no one
fine.
ever- I'm waiting for the day everyone turns on me, and it just hasn't happened yet, and I'm kind of disappointed.
It's gonna happen very suddenly, Tyler.
Yeah, I won't see.
You won't
You
know.
won't see it coming. It'll
Yeah.
just happen. One day you'll log on to Twitter and you'll realise that something bad's happened,
Yeah,
and there we
God.
will be
yeah, just roasting
talking
the shit
shit.
out of me.
Point and laugh.
Point and laugh. Just clearly, you guys weren't even my friends. Like, just waiting for that perfect moment to just break me down and destroy me.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, for these things to happen, you have to be caught doing questionable things, and we all know that that's not going to happen. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a legit point. I'm just an awesome guy, I guess. You know, can't fault me. Perfect.
don't get ahead of yourself. But fair
Well,
enough.
You said it, kind of, not me. So that's what I'm going with.
Are you
um,
picking apart my words, or am I
Yeah.
helping you there?
Yeah, I mean, you're helping me a little. Anyway.
You just cut the
Sorry, you
fuck
cut out a
out
bit
there,
there,
yeah.
George, what are you doing?
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
What?
Sorry. Okay. Hey, relax. You guys just, from my perspective, I'm talking, and then all you guys go, what? Okay, relax. I cut out. Okay. What I said was,
Oh, God.
we've heard from George. Ethan, what's new with you, my friend?
Ooh, what's not new with me? I don't know. I've been just getting about, having a good time, making really obscure Assassin's Creed videos. Fucking kill me. And other
How do
than
you
that,
do that? How do you still do that?
because I guess I'm not as out of touch with it as you guys have become. I'm still enjoying it. So fuck it.
Fair enough.
Fair, yeah.
I'll make other content.
Yeah,
as
you're the only
well,
one of
keep
the
it nice and
fellas
balanced, or try
that's
to.
still do- Yeah, of course. Of
And
course.
I think this is at the point now where the Reddit's just waiting for the day where I overtake James. The Reddit's just there, like, has it happened yet? No. Well, I don't think it's
Soon.
going to be
Soon.
honest, because there's
Nah,
like a 4,000
definitely.
buffer.
Give it a couple months. I reckon before the year's out. I'm feeling it.
Oh,
Definitely.
God. But there's
Before
like, at the
Odyssey
moment,
comes
there's like a safe 4,000
Oh,
subscriber
easily.
buffer between us.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, this is.
slowly closing the gap. I'm sneaking up on him. But I
I
think
give
the
it-
Reddit expects me to, like, fucking stab him or something when
Yeah.
they get there.
they'll like they see you overtaking me as me dying, like I'm going to be dead now, and they won't see me anymore.
Oh, look. Fizhy has
They're
rendered lasers obsolete. Oh.
The AC subreddit is like full of just the scum of like the
Oh,
earth,
it's
to be
so
honest.
bad, so
But,
bad.
but according to them, we're the scum of the earth, and our community's the scum of the earth. Like,
We are the
it's,
scum of the earth.
it
I
is fun.
agree.
At least we can admit it. At least we can admit it, though.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think they still believe that we're racist.
Oh, of course.
I
they
hope
do.
so.
Of
Yeah,
course.
well, we're all white, so
We
that's you
must
know,
be probably are.
True.
Odds are,
Yeah.
yeah, we're probably a bit racist.
it's not our fault.
The
We're just
chances that
genetically
we're
like that,
racist.
according to them. According to them, yeah, no, we're just being white genetically.
Yeah,
we
well,
must
really,
be racist.
really, we're the victims. Because to be honest, I didn't choose to be white, and I can't help being racist. I just am white. I
was-
didn't choose to be born.
Hashtag born this way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
victim of my own prejudice.
I wish I was relaxed and I could be cool.
Okay then.
But yeah,
Well-
Speaking of that though, I saw this post the other day,
Oh dear.
and it's a quote from Rihanna, and it says,
Yeah, great.
"All
Great quote to
girls
start
rock, all girls rock, but black girls, we are on a whole nother level."
Okay.
And then someone else says,
with. Okay.
"I'm so grateful to be a black woman. I would be so jealous if I were anything else." Could you imagine if you replaced that? Could you imagine if you replaced that with white?
Well, it would be more factual.
You'd have a.
Wait, whoa. No, wait, what?
I'm
Wait,
so
what?
proud to be a white woman, personally, and I'd be really jealous if I wasn't a
I'm
white
really
woman.
proud to be a black woman. It's just
Oh,
a part of my
God.
life. Really like to
I
accept.
mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, if I was a woman, I'd want to be a black woman too. I mean, let's be real. I think they're cooler, but yeah, it's just me. Anyway.
It also means you can like drop the racist and sexist card like whenever you get into an argument.
Yes, you
So
could, but that's not really what I was going with. I just mean like, if you had to be, if you're a woman, would you not want to be black?
No, because they're oppressed. They're
I mean,
oppressed
I've
by the
never been a
government.
woman before, so I wouldn't know.
Tyler, I wouldn't even want to imagine life as a black woman. It must be so hard.
Especially in America. I bet that's really tough for them.
We're
This
30
is
minutes
such-
into this
this is
podcast.
such a
and we're
dangerous
already
fucking
dancing on
conversation.
controversy.
It's so
It
fucking
is a dangerous
dumb as well.
conversation.
Because we're all just saying dumb shit and being sarcastic and having a laugh, but you can imagine the amount of people that could potentially take this seriously.
I know.
Yeah.
These guys mean everything they're saying. I bet
Yeah,
These
this is
people are
malicious.
malicious assault on Rihanna. Like, you know, she's very underprivileged.
That's true, she is.
so-
yeah.
Well, Rihanna's oppressed, alright.
I really want to help her out, you know, like with all the power we've got. She couldn't, she couldn't just buy us essentially with all the money she's got. No, she couldn't do that. She's not that rich.
You
Anyway,
couldn't literally purchase my kidney, like
You know
against my
what?
will.
Rihanna's got enough money that she could do whatever she wanted to me. She's like, I'm gonna beat you with a stick. I'm like, oh, well, how much? She's like, $10 million. I'm like, well, you know, I'm in. Whatever. Like, get down with that.
Some people would let Rihanna beat them over the head with a stick for free.
Yeah, and some people should be euthanized, but that's a whole nother story.
Some people aren't business minded.
Yeah, some people aren't business minded. I'm a capitalist, George. That's the thing. That's the difference here.
Yeah.
Capitalism and getting beaten with a stick.
Yeah,
My favourite kind. That's
yeah,
my
it's cool. It's an exchange of goods.
God.
It's such a
Rihanna, give
dumb
me 10 mil.
fucking
Slap me over
conversation.
the head.
Oh my god.
This was bound to happen when we did a fucking Four
The
Pillars
stock
episode.
market
What are we
pain.
talking about?
We don't have anything to talk. Like we don't talk
Tangent
about
already.
Assassin's Creed anymore. We just are like, well, let's just get together, the
Oh,
four of us,
God.
and just talk. And
That's
this is,
so
of course,
fault.
what happened.
Do you remember when we spoke
Um,
for like an hour straight about William Miles ringing a bell? Like that was what we did before.
Well, we have to. There's a new
I'm
meme
sure
every
I
time we
missed
do it. The last Four Pillars podcast was Big Shoes
Oh, yeah.
that we ended up like, which has gone huge within the Four Pillars community, and it's one of my favorites. It's definitely up there. It's a phenomenal meme. Like I've been
Great.
thinking about when one of the skits I want to do when I come up to the UK, when we all need to get together, not only do podcasts and shit, but film like a skit. I want to do like a Four Pillars Assemble sort of like trailer, like an Avengers parody, and
Yeah.
like I want to start where like, I guess everyone's kind of coming together from, I guess, their natural habitats. So it'll be George with his guitar smoking in a park, like by himself, and he'll like all of a sudden
Oh my
like he'll be like with his like
Very-
purple tinted glass sunglasses. It'll be nighttime, and then he'll hear something in the distance. He'll turn his head and be like, "What was that?" And then like it's just dramatic music, something's building up. James will be like in his closet where he hunches over and like because he doesn't leave the
With
closet,
all my
and then he's just
Assassin's
got
Creed shit.
with he's got a screen merch all covering him, and he's just got like you see this Coke bottle with urine in it, and then that's his toilet.
Oh my god, that's
That's
fucking...
and he opens the door
Oh.
and he's so frightened to leave, but he realizes, oh my god, something's happening. I gotta go. And then meanwhile, Ethan's like kicking, just beating people up on the street with his martial arts skills. In Manchester,
Ethan.
Oh no.
Ethan,
He does that all the time.
he's just,
What he's known
but I
for.
No, it'll
Well, I
be
do
Ethan.
do martial arts, so I do kind of make time for it.
Yeah,
True.
no, it'll be Ethan. I feel like in my head it'll be Ethan like teaching like 5-year-olds martial art. That's what I want to do, but he's just beating the shit out of them, like way over the top.
I think me teaching children is perhaps the worst idea you can conjure. Hey,
It's like, I'm in a
Ethan,
park.
come teach
James
these
is
kids how
like,
to kick. Okay, I'm gonna teach them how to kill, and I'll
This
just
is
go
the
in
point.
and teach
You
them.
being that person, yeah, that recruits like Cobra Kai, and you just like teach all these kids how to just mass murder people with
He'll be
I
martial
don't
arts
think I
skills.
could spend more than 5 minutes around children without radicalizing them, so this could be an interesting one.
Dance, my puppets, dance. That's what I
Join
imagine you
ISIS.
being like. Yeah, and then it'll be me, and because I'll have to do this big voyage. Obviously, it's a bit bigger for me. I'll be in the bush in the middle of nowhere, which is just what Australia is, and then I'll just have to get like this like Indiana Jones statue ready, like an Akubra hat, massive shoes, like comically sized shoes, obviously. And I've got to like have this satchel put Horizon in it, like put a copy of Horizon. Be like, I've got
Hey,
Horizon.
man, I've got
we go,
Horizon.
Horizon, yeah. And I'll just put on just comically sized clown shoes.
And you're wearing a huge coat indoors as well.
Oh yeah. Just a massive coat in the middle of something like clearly so hot, like it's clearly so sunny and hot. And I've just got this winter coat on, comically sized shoes, a satchel, and I'm putting Horizon Zero Dawn in it. And then I like voyage and walk across water with the big shoes. That's what they're for. And walk to
You inflate and you
walk to
float.
yeah. Then I just walk to.
I don't care
to
what
the
you
UK.
do as long as you have big shoes on.
Oh
Then I
god.
walk to the UK, and then we all assemble in this epic moment, and then there'll be some person on the other side of the street with like a Velociraptor hat on, and it'll be like, oh my god.
It's your
And
upset.
let's go. We can have our
He's
Avengers
underneath
shot,
James's desk.
and then we
Yeah.
charge. Oh god, and that's where you get the logo, the 4 pillars, and it plays the Avengers theme.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
So
The question is, why don't we have like an official 4 Pillars logo?
I have no idea.
Because
don't-
we've got on the Discord, we've got that. Was it this thing that Mario whipped up that we've still got on the picture?
Yeah, just those pillars with like a JPEG of our faces
Yeah,
squished
we need to get
into
an
a pillar
actual
shape.
logo in there. Print it on some T-shirts.
Yeah, that'd be good. Why have we not capitalized on the 4 pillars? It's been a thing for years. What are we doing?
It's bit. I mean, I don't know. Why haven't we?
I don't know. We really do need a logo at the very least.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
that's
Working
such a
on pointing lasers.
It should be like a parody of the Avengers logo, but it should be the 4 pillars.
A big 4 instead
yeah,
of a big
instead of
A.
an A,
Big
yeah,
four.
I agree. And yeah,
4
the
pillars.
big
That's like
four.
a Fantastic Four, though, isn't it?
Oh.
I
It's
don't
all right.
care.
Fantastic.
And you've got to have a
Take
pillar,
it
but the vertical line of the 4 is a pillar, like clearly like a sort of pillar,
Yeah.
like a Greek style.
Think about a pillar. It'll be quite weird, but you know.
Yeah, someone
Well,
needs to
you
make
could do
that.
something. Yeah, someone needs to
Someone-
make that.
Someone does, yeah.
But I say someone, James, because I don't trust. People be like,
Maybe,
because one
one
of
day.
the send us logos they've done. I'm like, I appreciate that. That's a funny logo, but also terrible. Do better.
Well, I'm gonna-
Try again.
I'm gonna do the rules page on Discord, like properly lay it out with some images and stuff and make it look all nice. So I might make a logo when I'm doing that, but I need to fucking get around to it one day.
Yeah. Well, if we're like we do an Avengers style thing, right?
Mhm.
What are all our like? We don't have powers, so what's our weapons?
I have a gun.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh
see,
god.
You have
No.
a stick of dynamite, like
No, I
dynamite.
tell you. No, see, this is. I like where your head's at, but I
Okay.
feel like it needs to be more to the trailer. Now, what I
I've
think I
already
should.
seen it. You've already advertised it. That James has an absolute laser pistol, and you have literal dynamite.
Yeah, but that's of course
George
that's
has
Tynamite.
a
That
It's
pistol.
pistol come with or without the extra finger?
Yeah, well, I've
Just
got to
one,
get
no.
another one. I've got to get another one. Another finger.
I just thought James has his like Coke bottle of urine to charge with.
I can.
I'll
do
just pull out like I'll pull out
Acidic.
my Horizon copy and hold it in front of me and charge with it like holding Horizon.
that. That's why you've got it. That's
I
why
already
you've
have a
got
guitar.
Horizon.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I've got. I'm
guitar,
gonna
yeah.
Park. Yeah, with a guitar. That's quite
yeah,
a
you,
bludgeon, isn't it?
Ethan
yeah,
just
you've
has,
got a
like,
great.
nunchucks
You've
or
got the
something.
best weapon.
It's pretty good.
Ethan's got swag as his weapon, so he's good. He's all set.
Isn't swag like a stick of deodorant?
I don't know.
You made it up. I don't know what it is.
I know.
I
and then I'm
remember
thinking
watching
back,
that.
What did we actually explain off swag as? It's a
Feels
stick
like
of
a blur.
deodorant.
It's a stick.
SWOG is a National Cancer Institute supported organisation that conducts clinical trials in adult cancers.
Is that
Oh, I
real?
know where I'm not going.
Well,
You've
way to
gotta
bring
use
it
that.
down. George.
Swag.
Way to bring it down.
Oh yeah, leading cancer research together.
Oh,
Swag.
no.
That's amazing.
Imagine calling something swag.
We can all donate to Swag.
That's your charity. You never do anything, Ethan.
Next charity stream after this fucking one that's gonna make you want to hate charities and everything else. You should do it for swag.
I'll raise money for Swag.
SWOG happened. SWOG was something that actually happened.
Oh,
I
no.
love it so much.
Driven fucking
I love
like
it.
there was like me and bloody It's Relentless HD and whoever else bloody promoting Swag, doing those videos about it. Oh, that was so weird. That I can't believe that was a thing that happened. That seems like ages ago.
It was funny as fuck. let's
It
be
was
honest.
fucking
It was
hilarious.
class.
I remember
Nobody
I
was
got-
expecting it to be anything. We were just there like, oh, it's swag. Yes.
You also
Swag.
really didn't like. You had a channel, but you hadn't really,
Done anything with it.
done anything. Like you hadn't found like I guess a thing you were doing, an identity to your channel, and you were just the guy that commented on mine and James' videos 1,000 times each, and
yeah,
then
you're welcome.
Yeah,
I made
thank-
up
I
your
appreciate
stats single-handedly. in
you first of
2002.
all you did, and I appreciate that. And the second of all, when you announced now, I'm not gonna get just 99% of it, because I think this is what's made your career. Was you announced WOG, and I brought you on to the most famous podcast in the history of the community, which is the Stick of Tynamite podcast.
Yeah, I just said that by mistake instead of Dynamite, so you can tell it's that iconic.
Yeah, that's how
Tynamite.
iconic it is, yeah. So, the Stick of Tynamite podcast, and then all of a sudden, you've got Fizhy here that's about to beat lasers. Like, it just happened within a couple of days.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I tell you
you're
what, I'm
welcome.
blaming you, Tyler. I'm blaming you and Swag for this happening to me.
Tyler, this is your
For
fault.
me being
thank you.
dethroned.
Wasn't Ethan the rape you guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fucking hell. Why are we going this
The
far?
rape you guy.
Rape you.
Classic.
We're going too far
was
back in my
That's
life.
ancient.
That
That's
was one of the
ancient, that.
old school bloody 2014, 2015 memes, whatever the
Oh.
fuck it was.
For
That was
anybody who
great.
doesn't know what the rape you guy is, ignorance is bliss, but basically, I used to troll James's chat. So, you see those really retarded people in chat? Yeah. Back in 2014, that was me. Doesn't really set a good example, does it?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
you
be like-
started off.
You'll be like James Gunn in a couple of years. They'll bring up those sorts of tweets and things like that.
Rape
It's
you.
okay,
just go
Ethan's
for
a
it.
relatively
rapist. Oh god.
Dude, do you like rape? Is that what you're saying?
When you
is
say
that what you're
rape
trying to
you,
tell me?
is
I
that,
love
yeah.
rape, and I don't know what you're on about. It's fucking spectacular.
You'll be like James Sanders. That's what'll happen.
Oh god, James Sanders
You'll
is
turn into
mental.
James Sanders.
Oh
No.
god. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of the marathon games, what the fuck's going on with that? You doing an Assassin's Creed marathon?
Yeah, well, let me explain.
First off, why?
Okay, yeah.
I know you. No,
yeah,
no. Don't before you even say why.
Okay,
I know why,
okay.
because
The puppies,
50,000. It was a promise of 50,000 subscribers, but also
Yeah.
you're way more than that, and things have changed, and you can say no now. That's all I'm saying.
Nah. I said I'd do it, and I spent a lot. The reason it took a long time is because I've been trying to figure out a charity to go with. And I was talking to this local charity. I've explained it in the video, regardless, that doesn't matter. But I said I'd do it, and everyone's been telling me to do it. And I was like, I never had an intention of not doing it. It was never like in my mind where I was like, I can throw that away now. I always intended to do it, but I just need to find the right time to do it. Because I reckon it's, as much as it being like fucking horrible as well, like I think it is going to be a bit of a good time. I'm sure everyone will have a good laugh. We'll raise some money and it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm partially looking forward to it. But I know once I get into the middle of it, I can imagine when I'm like, through
You'll
like
be burned
Black
out,
Flag or
proper.
something, it's gonna be like bloody hell. Like I've been doing this for
Black
ages, and I've
Flag.
still got so
Don't
far to
be-
fucking go. It's gonna be that point.
Don't
just
be
like-
knocking Black Flag. You have to
No,
play
I'm
3
s-
Unity
yeah, I know,
Rogue
but-
and Syndicate.
I
Like,
know.
Black
No, but
Flag will be a
Black Flag's
blessing in the
quite
middle of that
tedious
shit.
because of the
Yeah,
shipping
true.
thing.
True, but also
Like-
you've got things like with Black Flag, you've got the fucking modern day sections. Like, I cannot fucking tell you how much I fucking hate the modern day in Black Flag. It's garbage and it's so boring.
What's that
and-
stupid woman's name again in the modern day?
Melissa something? I don't remember.
Melissa. I don't know,
Is it
but she's
Melissa?
stupid and fucking annoying.
Actually, a really good
Not about
one.
Melanie LeMay.
Melanie LeMay, that's the one. That's the
LeMay.
one.
I forgot her
I
fucking
remember all
name.
these things.
God,
I
I
need to
fucking hate that
stop.
modern day. It makes replaying that game such a fucking hassle. Like,
I love when Melanie LeMay
Oh.
would randomly switch
Thing
into
is,
speaking
though-
in French. It'd be the best thing ever.
yeah.
There are some
It made
games
me
that are just
happy.
not meant for speedrunning. I feel as if Black Flag is one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, you sit down and you play it, you're playing the exact same things over and over and over again for about, what, 9 hours?
yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
That game, oh god, yeah. Thing is with Black Flag, the fun bits is not playing through the main story. I mean, playing through the main story the first time is a good time because the story is great. But replaying that game, playing through the main story, the missions, honestly, most of them are just so fucking boring. You got the modern day, it's so drawn out. Like, the fun shit is stuff I won't even be playing when I play through the game because I don't need to. Oh god. And then I've got Rogue and Unity and yeah. But I mean, it's for a good cause, so fuck it. Whatever.
And you have Syndicate, lol.
And then I've only played through Syndicate
it's-
once.
I won't
when
be
it came
streaming
out.
Syndicate, but James will.
Yeah.
So,
Everyone put together a
Yeah,
fucking
why do
petition for
people
that.
want
I was never gonna do it.
You did consider
Fuck
it.
off.
Petition for what?
I made a petition for me to just stream Syndicate.
It's because
For
it's
no
a meme.
reason.
It's because George used to do these streams called Assassin's Creed Syndicate, tying up loose ends, and he'd just stream open world Syndicate stuff for ages. And everyone like it became a meme, and everyone was like, George needs to do it again. So everyone put together a petition to get him to do it again for the meme.
It was shit.
It's so funny though. Those streams were funny back in the day, collecting the pressed flowers. Fucking.
I would
Brilliant.
play like Syndicate until like 3 AM for some reason.
From when? That's the question.
I don't know, probably from like midnight or something. It was quite a long time.
Midnight to 3 AM. That's 3 hours of
3
just
hours.
solid
Well, hey,
chaos.
look, I know that completionist lifestyle. Don't you worry, 100%
Yeah.
of Syndicate. I've done everything in Syndicate. I've done it. I've never replayed. It's the only Assassin's Creed game I've played once.
Yeah,
I've even
same.
played Rogue twice.
Even
That's
I've
'cause
played
I-
Syndicate more than once. I played it twice.
Okay, you're the
I think
only one.
100%ing. I think 100%ing Unity was like the most annoying thing of them all. Probably
Oh god,
It was-
I wouldn't.
it was
You
horrible.
see,
It was the worst one of them all, you reckon?
Yeah, 3 was pretty bad as well.
Oh, 3.
3 to me
Oh,
was the worst one to 100%. That was the that was the worst one 100% to me. Unity
Well, I
probably.
mean-
Unity was alright. I feel like that was the most fun I had with Unity was 100, but like mainly because the rest of the game sucks so bad, and just doing like the power stories, and the murder mysteries was the most fun of the game. Everything else just kind of sucked.
I think the reason why I had such a bad experience with 100%ing Unity is because I had this chest in Versailles. No, it wasn't in Versailles. It was in the France yard. I was trying to find it, and I thought, oh, the icon's on the map in this save, but the chest isn't there, so it's glitched. So I had to restart Unity. Bear in mind, this was the last chest that I had to get in the whole game. It was the last collectible I had to
Dude,
get.
you're no. The
Listen
glitches
to
like that.
this, though.
Oh my god! Of course,
I
because of course
restarted
it
the
wasn't
game.
a glitch.
I got back to the bit, and the chest wasn't there again. And I was like, all right, I'm going to restart it again.
this is
And
a vicious cycle.
So
of-
you mean you
and I got-
restarted the game as in
more
you
pissed off.
deleted your save and played the whole thing
Yes,
again, not
and played the
like
whole
not
thing
closed it and
through,
reopened it
yes.
like you okay.
No. I restarted the game like from a new save twice,
No,
and I went
Dude,
back
you're,
again.
you're a fucking moron, eh? Like, what do we do?
I think,
I went back
think
again and
there's
it turns
such
out
a
it
thing as
wasn't a
too
glitch, I went to
dedicated
the
to
wrong place.
100%ing a game.
Oh god. You went to the
So
wrong
sorry. It
place.
turned out what? So what happened?
It turns out that it wasn't actually a glitch. I was just an
It was
idiot. and
underground.
I wasn't going through the catacombs very well, and it was like round this weird corner or some shit, and
Oh.
I was
But
like, oh.
of course that's what happened. You don't give up and go, I guess I got to replay it for 100 hours.
Who would
Like,
do that? That's insane.
what a dumb what a dumb mind, like what a dumb
this
way
why
your
you've been,
mind,
like,
your
making
brain
a video
works
every
at that
month?
moment. In that moment, that's the dumbest thing you've ever done. Like your brain could not have been stupider than
I
that.
know. I was
It's like,
willing
you
to
know
play
what?
Unity for so long.
That was so weird. Like, you were just like, oh, the chest isn't here. Oh, it must have glitched, and that must mean I have to play the game from the beginning again. That doesn't even make sense.
And when I like deleted
What
my
level was
when I like deleted my save, and then got there the second time and it hadn't come back, I fucking messaged Xbox support trying to get my save back, and I couldn't get it back.
Oh no.
Oh,
It
you're
was
dumb.
so-
I
You
forget
could have
you
at
can only
least
have
copied
one
the
save
save.
in
Why didn't you
Unity.
copy the save? To like be on a
I don't-
memory stick
Wow.
or something.
I probably
Wow.
should have, but
You should have
I was
uploaded
so
it.
pissed off
Yeah, oh
that I
god.
couldn't.
That's absolutely
my
fucking
God.
insane. That's
It was
retarded.
really bad.
My God, you see, if I had to restart the entire game, I would probably not even bother.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but I
can't
got
say
to see
I'm.
Severe
yeah.
come away.
I
so-
Severe come
Like-
away. What if
I
Severe didn't come
think
away?
my most impressive feat with doing complete, because I've 100% every Assassin's Creed game, but was how quickly I could do the. I mean, Origins I did it pretty fucking quick. I 100%ed all like the entire game and everything in 72 hours.
Fucking insane.
But my most impressive feat, I think, was when the Ezio collection came out, and I 100% got every single achievement, 100% in all 3 games in 98 hours.
Bloody hell, that's pretty
Jesus
good.
Christ.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, not bad.
I was like, that's the entire trilogy. 100% everything, all the DLCs, 100% seeing everything in the game that had to offer in that time. I was like, that might be my most impressive completionist feat.
Jesus.
I
That's just
still
'cause I-
haven't 100%ed Origins or the Ezio collection.
I never
Well-
100% games. The only times I've done it, I did it with Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood Revelations 3 and 4. Those are the only games I've ever 100%ed in any game ever. I just don't do it. I don't have that same completionist mindset.
I did Horizon.
The only time I've ever 100% a game, I did it by accident. And
How
that was
do you do it
Assassin's
by
Creed
accident?
2. Other
Okay.
than that, I can't be fucked. There's no point. I don't
It's
have time
it's
in
my favorite
life.
part. It's my
Sit
favorite.
down,
Okay,
start
you
Unity
do
game.
have time, but we all have the time. I
We have the
promise you.
time, but I'd rather fill it with other things, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't.
But
I just sit there.
I don't really replay
beating up
games
children.
anymore. I find I don't know if I'll ever, and maybe before like the sequels, I will never replay like Horizon or God of War. I don't care how good they are. Like, I don't really like to replay games once I've played them anymore. I never do it. So I like to
Yeah.
play a game once and do everything in it, and then I'll never really touch it again until, like, I'm sure when, like, the next God of War comes out, I'm sure I'll replay it, this one, the first, well, I guess God of War.
Yeah.
That, not gonna, I find I can replay the Ezio trilogy, I can replay, like, Red Dead Redemption. I reckon I can replay games I'm used to replaying, but I
Yeah.
can't replay new games for some reason. I
like
don't
to
know what
leave
it
it a
is.
while,
Halo.
to be honest. Oh, Halo's a good one. I like to
Halo is
leave
very
games a
cool.
while, especially Rockstar games. Like with Red Dead, I'm replaying it now for this retrospective, and this is the second time I've ever played it through, other than when it first came out. So it's like I've basically forgotten most of it, and it's really fucking good going through it. Like it's
I
just
mean, we
sort of
played it
solidifying
through.
why.
A little bit on Horsey and Fox, but we never
Oh yeah,
finished it.
that's the thing. I've tried to replay it a couple of times, but I always give up, and I go and do something else, and I get sidetracked, and I'm just like, oh shit, a new game's come out, whatever, and I never get the chance to. So like I tell you what, I've played the first few missions so many fucking times, but I've never got past, say, past the bit where you do the assault on Fort Mercer. I think that's probably as far as I've gotten when I've tried to replay it.
Yeah.
Which
That's
isn't
so
that
weird to
far.
me, man.
Um,
I played Red Dead Redemption probably 7 or 8 times. I've played through that game.
I always do with Rockstar games. Like GTA 4, I think I've only ever played through. I've played it through 3 times because we did it on Horsey and Fox. But yeah, that's that. GTA 5 I've only done once, and I'll probably do that again at some point. But I want to leave it.
Red Dead's a blur in my head. I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah,
Me
when
neither.
I got to Mexico, I realized that I don't remember any of it, and I'm fucking loving it because I'm like, this is bloody
Whoa.
great. I barely remember any of this game.
You know, the
Imagine
outcome of
not
the game, though.
remembering Red Dead and then playing Red Dead again. That's got to be a very good experience.
And then getting the big
That's
plot
weird.
twist at the end.
I found that so weird.
But the thing is, with Red
The
Dead, I'm
Mexico
always
part
going to
was
remember
weird.
the ending. Like, I'm never going to be able to
Yeah.
forget the ending because it's such a big thing.
Well, the ending was alright then. Oh no,
You
it
know.
was not a good time, that ending. It was
Just
a
go, I
nice
suppose
ending
that's happened then.
the game, but
Yeah, it was.
like-
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of games where I can forget all of it if I haven't played it for a while. Like with GTA 4, when I first replayed that, I didn't remember any of that game. So that was fun. But with Red Dead, it's like the ending is such a big thing that happens that there's no forgetting it. Like, that's the way it's going to be in my mind. But everything else I don't remember, which is really fun to like go through the
you have to
story.
spend the rest of the game doing the open world stuff in the insufferable vessel of John Marston's son. So you kind of you're forced
Yeah.
to remember it.
Yeah, I
How
tend
dare
yeah,
you talk shit about Jack Marston?
He's fine.
Like,
How dare
He's
you?
fine. He's not that good
Um,
though.
Oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
Especially when you played
He
as John
killed
Marston
Jake-
for the whole thing.
he ate John
Mm.
Marston. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he avenged his death. He
He ate John Marston.
because I'll never forget the moment where the game's over and like I thought that was it, and someone told me, yeah, that's the end. Like, I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 1, and John just dies, and someone's like, my friend told me like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking
Fucking
horrible.
fantastic.
And then like I see this, and when like because I got spoiled for me, this person fucking spoiled the ending for me, and then I played and I got to the end, and John dies, and I'm Jack, and I just started going, that can't be the end, and then I just see this question mark there, and I forget what the stranger mission's called, but I'm like, this has to be, because I recognized that it wasn't there before. I'm like, this has to be like something. And then once you kill Edgar Ross, I was just like, oh, so fucking happy.
Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, the
Couldn't-
epilogue is good. I do like it.
So satisfying. So like
Yeah.
I just put every fucking bullet in a clip into Edgar Ross, that piece of shit.
You just keep
Like,
keep
it's
pressing
so
the trigger.
You robbed a good protagonist from me, you cunt.
Yeah.
But no, I think Red Dead Redemption is it's from a narrative standpoint, it's good throughout the whole thing.
One of
That's
the
what I
greatest-
remember anyway.
One of the
Yeah,
greatlooked
it really
games
is.
of all time, I think.
Yeah.
Especially
It's
I fucking
overlooked
love
as
Red
well.
Dead.
It's overlooked by a lot of people, to be honest, because they
Yeah,
just
I've
forget it.
noticed
It's
that.
like,
I've noticed that when I put out on Twitter saying like, oh, there was a tweet saying like, oh, who's getting Red Dead Redemption 2 day one, and I quoted it, and I was like, I think the easier question is who's not getting it day one, because obviously everyone is. But I got pretty much all my replies. We were saying I'm not, and it's like, wait, there's a lot of people that just didn't play Red Dead Redemption 1 and just don't even think about it. They're like, nah, I
because
don't even
it
want to
came
play
out
it.
8 years ago, and all the people replying to you are 12. So they
Yeah,
were,
they weren't born back
Came out-
then.
and they're first of all not old enough then to play Red Dead Redemption 1. They're not old enough now to play Red Dead Redemption 1. So I don't give a fuck about your 12-year-old subscribers,
Oh,
Jack.
God.
I was
yeah,
9 when I
like-
first played Red Dead Redemption 1, to be
Anyway.
honest. So they need to cut the slack and fucking get on with it.
You
be
see, it makes
honest.
my retarded viewers go the full way. When I ask them what's going on, and they will give me the dumbest shit answer ever. I'm a special snowflake.
Oh,
It will
fuck's
just
sake.
be complete nonsense.
I hate them.
I
They're-
hate
they're-
them.
Just the people in Ethan's stream chats, I feel so bad for you, because they're just fucking
Yeah,
autistic.
whenever I turn up,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this is like, I want to be here, but like, this is tough. Like,
I
these
can't
people,
stream for any
man.
longer than 2 hours now. That's how bad it is.
Yeah,
Assassin's
yeah.
run really
You're not-
fast with boot on.
I feel like people think you're not like friends with this, Ethan. Like people that don't know you well,
I-
but
I
like
fucking
like
hate
the
you.
people on the people yeah, like the people on Reddit like come with Fizhy to pass Jam. Like, well, like who cares? Like it's the same
Look at-
thing. You know what I mean? Like what does
Yeah.
it matter?
I think
Yeah.
a lot of
Friends.
people assume there's like a rivalry there. Considering
Yeah,
how
I
many
know.
people are talking shit about James in my chat, and I'm looking at it going, okay, what the fuck? It's like they expect me to go, oh yeah, that Lasers guy, right? He's a right wanker.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
can't
Same
wait to
thing with
overtake you.
good old,
It's
like,
oh.
Put
Nick
my
the-
fist in
Nick
the
from
air
the
and just go,
Creed
"I'll
as
still
well."
overtake you."
When Nick was going to take over James, everyone was like, I can't wait for Nick to destroy James.
All that's
He's
left
already
is to
overtaken
take out
Tynamite.
lasers.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
already
God.
taken over LongEaredFox, Fizzy, and Tynamite. Now all he needs to do is take out lasers. It's like, imagine Nick taking you out. Absolutely erasing you.
Oh god, yeah. People forget.
Right,
people
so
forget we're all friends. Like, I think that's the thing though. Like, you see a lot of YouTubers, And most people, although they like operate in the same space, I don't think they're not. I think our community is very different to a lot of other YouTube communities, where you've got people that there's a lot of YouTubers and they sort of know of each other, but they're not, you know, they're not friends in the same way we are in this community. So I don't think they fully understand. They're just like, oh yeah, like look, they're all sort of having this, you know, rivalry, trying to overtake each other in subscribers. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It makes no sense to me. Like I said it to you this week, James, on Twitter when you. Like we're talking about your Fable retrospective video, because I made a Fable 4 video that's got like 50,000 views, and it's just like kicking off. And then I put on my pinned comment on that video, I put your retrospective, because I think your retrospective video is like way better than my Fable video. Why the fuck doesn't yours have that many views? You know, and you were like, oh yeah, it's gotten heaps of views now since I did that. And I replied, I said, well, what's good for you is good for me, man. Like there's no rivalry. There's no like. Obviously, between you and me, there's obviously no rivalry. Like, we share fucking all a billion shows together. But, you know, in general, with, like, all four of us. And even outside of the four of us, we've got heaps of other, like, YouTube friends that there's no rivalry. You guys could get 1 trillion subscribers. Like, it literally has no impact on whether I get subscribers or not.
Yeah.
I've got a rivalry with Marvel Central.
Yeah. Oh, fuck Marvel.
Fuck
I hate
Marvel
Got a vendetta
Central.
against him.
Hate that guy.
Fuck you.
I'll do him in. I'll have a fucking fight with him.
He's been seeing lots of success recently. Fuck you, Marvel Central.
We should really get Marvel Central on the podcast. I reckon he'd be a good guest.
That's what I'd love to next time we do it, like, not call it, you know, and in all the thumbnails it's always Ubi Central.
Oh,
Brett.
yeah, let's do that, yeah.
We should just do Marvel Central from now on, and people be like, not know what that is.
Yeah,
People be
Ron,
like, wait, this
Ron
is
from
Brett.
Marvel Central.
What's a Marvel?
Yeah, next time
Is
we
that
do
a new
let's
AC?
have Marvel Central. I might, yeah, that might be actually a good idea.
Is Marvel Central a new AC game?
New AC YouTuber, bro.
New AC
podcast.
YouTuber Marvel Central making daily AC content. Hey guys, so today we've got a new colouring book, and I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes saying why it's funny and shit. This is really good content.
Bro, that's what you did, though.
I know,
like,
exactly.
It's funny because you actually did
Yeah, I know.
dumb shit.
I know.
Let's be honest here, though. James, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you make more money off of the video than you spent buying that atrocious thing?
I don't remember. I think it was probably about the same. I think it was probably about
What
the same.
atrocious thing? What's
The
this?
video probably...
If it was more, it would have
covered
been
it.
worth it.
The video? What video?
Oh,
What?
the Assassin's Creed colouring book video. I think it made about... the
yes.
money I got from that was about how much the colouring book cost, I think.
So he just broke even.
Yeah, made that video for free, basically.
You didn't break
only
even
a
because you
50%
lost
profit.
your time and spirit and dignity.
Gained
So you didn't really
subscribers,
break
though.
even.
You made
Gained
2
epic
videos
AC
about the
for-
colouring book.
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I
The
did.
joke's on you. Literally, the
Two
joke's on you.
videos.
You got done in. You want to get take about taken out? You got taken out by Ubisoft, where they
This
made a
is
colouring
great.
book, and you spent hours and money of your time talking about it, buying it. Here's the guy having arguments on Twitter all day with people saying, "Fucking stop spending money on Odyssey." Meanwhile, buys a colouring
Look, I'm
book
a different
like
man. I'm a changed man.
Bro,
Oh, no.
like-
Look. Hang on. I actually did make a profit. I've just looked at my stats now. I made like double what the book cost. So I did make a
Okay, but
profit.
how much is your dignity worth? How much is your
That
dignity
evidently.
worth?
£12.56. Apparently.
Whatever his dignity's worth, mine's worth less.
Oh,
Plus shipping.
God. Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
look at this. Look what I've just
Christ.
tweeted, okay? Because this is absolute gold.
Okay.
It's so one video is saying, I do not understand this, Ubisoft, and the other one is the best Assassin's Creed product ever. It's
That's
like-
so bad. Like, I made the worst content though. Those
Dude,
titles,
What's wrong with you?
they're so bad. But that was like that like was just so normal back then. So fucking weird how like it turns around and like a year later I'm looking back at that and being like, that is disgraceful. Like
I didn't
just-
know what to put as the caption as this like tweet, so I've just quoted fucking Rodrigo
Would
Borgia.
you give up so easily? Were the other way around. Classic Rodrigo Borgia. Oh,
dear.
amazing.
Oh my god.
Why the best AC purchase ever?
Oh god. I made the worst videos, man. And people always say
Dude,
to me, like,
no
well,
wonder
whenever
you're
I
the-
say it, they're like,
no wonder everyone hates you.
yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, everyone, like, whenever I bring up that I hate my old videos, people will say to me, like, oh no, they were actually really entertaining. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I can't look at them anymore. They fucking make me sick. Like, look at that shit. That's so bad. I can't believe
Dude,
I made
you're the
that.
PewDiePie of Assassin's Creed.
I'm like
People
the super
hate
rebel.
me.
Oh, it's the super rebel.
My most recent video, literally, people are so mad about it.
What's your most
What's your
recent
most
video?
recent
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ubisoft
That's like a
hitting it low.
50-50, a 50-50,
Oh, yeah.
you know, rating ratio. Sort of
Jesus
thing.
Yeah,
Christ!
it's
What is with
mental.
those dislikes? No.
It
It's
was
all
a pretty
about- it
fair
wasn't
video
even about
talking about
Assassin's
Ubisoft.
Creed.
Like a firm but fair video, and it was actually really
was about-
entertaining as well. And
It's about the finite
it is.
experiences and how they're stopping them, and how that's a bad thing.
I know, but I think the reason why everyone's so salty is because I said For Honor and The Division are shit.
I
just said-
what you say when talking
I said
shit
Watch
about
Dogs
Ubisoft
2 is
games.
shit
Some
as
people
well.
can't hack it.
Like I was just like,
God.
nobody really wants to play For Honor because it's fucking shit or something along the lines of that, and I think people just
And immediately
really
no
got
one
mad
cares
about
about
it.
what you have to say anymore. They're just like,
yeah, they're just like, For Honor actually it's not dead. It's not dead. It's if you look on the console, it's actually got a really good player count. But if you go on PC, it's got about 7,000 people. 7,000 people.
yeah.
How
people
much
get-
better can the console stats be?
I don't know.
You know.
Maybe a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, a stroke better, maybe two.
Regardless, For Honor's shit though. Like
Yeah,
it is
it's
pretty shit. It's not very good, is it? Like the fact that they
Like, if you
charge full
enjoy
price
it,
for it as well. Like it's just
fair enough, but
it's
shit.
just a couple maps, and all you do is run around as like a guy
Bash
attack.
each
Like
other's
it's just
skulls in.
multiplayer games that are multiplayer focused. I don't feel they should ever be full price unless they're really in depth. But like they just don't offer enough content to be worth the same
What
as
about
something
something
that
like
has a
Destiny?
really good single
Should
player.
that be full
Destiny, I
price?
think so, yeah. But I also think they shouldn't be charging so much for the expansions as well. Like
Yeah, it's a bit steep, isn't it?
yeah, but something like Destiny, where it's the whole thing's multiplayer, but like they really invest in it. It's not just like a Call of Duty multiplayer where it's like an offshoot and you've also got these other game modes. It's like
Yeah.
For Honor is just multiplayer, but it's not even like there's that much to it. It's just there's a few maps and a few game modes, and it's just compared. Like there's nothing there that should merit that price. But whatever.
I've played For Honor for exactly 100 hours, and on the 100th hour I stopped. I was just like, no more.
Wait, you have?
You played
Yeah.
on For Honor for 100
What? How
hours.
do you play it for 100 hours? What the fuck? And then
So
you're
that was
like,
99 and 30
For
minutes
Honor
more
is
than I could
shit.
stomach.
You're like as
Yeah,
bad as the
because-
people that are going, oh, Odyssey looks
No.
really bad, but I'm gonna buy it because it might be good. Like that's you.
I've played it for a long time, therefore I can judge it accurately.
Yeah, I played it
No,
for 5 minutes.
here we go, dude. You can't even judge it. You haven't even played it, bro. Wait.
So many people in the comments were like, "Are you sure For Honor's not shit and you're just trash at it?" And like so many people said that. I was like, I don't hate the game because I'm not good at it. It's a bad game.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
not
angry,
sitting there
so they're gonna look at
simmering
it.
because I'm not good at For Honor because I'm pretty good at it, to be honest.
I kind of want to play it now since you played 100 hours of it. I'm like, wow, that must be pretty good.
Yeah, if you played it for that long, it took
No.
you 100 hours to go, you know what, I don't actually like this game. Like, how did that happen? I don't understand.
To be fair, he also replayed all of it. Just we have established George is a fucking idiot today. So, 100
Yeah.
hours to establish a basic opinion of a game. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
yeah.
Well, I think you're trying to avoid what happened with Warframe, where you played it for, a good while and then said it wasn't
Oh,
good and
no,
everyone got really mad.
I don't
Yeah, I
know,
remember you doing
Oh,
that.
God.
And they were like, you haven't played this activity though. Play this activity before you criticise it, you fucking noob. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna
You
private
see-
videos. That's what I
You
do.
see, after seeing that video, I actually downloaded Warframe and gave it a little go on stream, and I'm a bit in agreement with what you said in that video, to be honest.
Yeah.
The game's a bit shit.
Yeah, but
The
have
only
you fought the
redeeming
epic
factor it has
grenades
is that
yet?
you don't
That's the
buy it.
thing. Oh, God.
I'm gonna make it public again now.
Yeah,
I'm making
do,
the
make it
Warframe video
public. Make that
public.
guy angry again. That guy who made the video on you, saying like, "Oh, you didn't play it for long enough, and you're
Who's
making
this guy?
shit statements." I forgot what his name was. Amir found it, but it's this guy that it's a video about how a downward thrust makes bad videos. But there's a bit where he takes a clip of George's video, and then like is like saying, "Oh no, you can't say that" or something. But he
It was
like
about-
also
what was it about again?
he also takes it
Warframe.
out of context as well. Like he just takes this clip that suits what he was saying, and he doesn't give because George, like in the video, George goes on to say, "Well, like, you could say that, but," and then he goes on to explain why. Oh, this is why I think this, blah blah blah. But he cuts that off and just as this, he just takes out of context this joke where George is saying Warframe is just shit and that's it, and there's no like critique there.
Is the video like 21 minutes long or something?
I don't know.
Because there's a video here called "Downward Thrust Ruining Video Games?" And
There's so many videos about Downward Thrust being shit though.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the video was called.
I'm sure I'll find it eventually, and I'm sure it'll be entertaining.
I'm sure Amir has it saved.
I'm just looking for a bit of a George witch hunt.
People are, look, there's literally a video here. Downward Thrust lied about Warframe.
Did he?
I'm so surprised more people haven't made hate videos about you, James, and it really kind of annoys me and upsets me because I would love to have watched some, but you know.
Anyway.
I don't think there's even
hate
been
videos
one.
about myself.
Downward Thrust is a new breed of human. Listen to this. This is the title of one of his videos. The dangers of calling video game addiction a mental health addiction, and in the fucking thumbnail it says, "Are video games a medical disease?" With a picture of his face, he just looks like he's dead.
Oh, he makes awful videos. He does. Fucking hell. It's like Clean Prince Gaming, really gone downhill. He makes some quality videos. And now he's just, I just can't stand that shit anymore. I'm afraid of going down the same path, and I feel like every so often I need to reevaluate, like, what type of videos am I making, and am I just sort of like, is it just drivel, and I'm like just rambling on about a game to sound profound, and like, does it just come across as pretentious nonsense? And so I kind of gotta look at it like that and be like, what the fuck am I actually doing? Can't try and reevaluate.
You have to be like on a level with your viewers. You can't like talk absolute smack for like 20 minutes and just not get through to them.
I just, I can't really talk about, whether my videos are pretentious or quality. I make a series where I'm playing Batman, so I can't really say anything. You know what I mean?
I need to catch up with that. I haven't watched that in ages. I think I watched episode 1, 2, and 3. I need to carry on.
Well, episode 6 comes out tomorrow.
I know. Well, now I can binge it, can't I? So it'll be great. But what I've watched so far has been good. I like it. And that guy who does the bloody keeper voice is fucking good. I like him. Yeah,
it's amazing. Let's Zoanox, shout out. Jackson's his actual name, but at Zoanox on Twitter. He's a fucking hero, an Aussie as well. And he was the one that because I did the public auditions, I called on the community to do public auditions and stuff to, apply for a secret role, and I only gave a couple, like 2 lines you had to read, and I had to pick from that. And there's so many good people. There was one I almost went with, but like he just sounded like he was Australian as well, but sounded like me, and I'm like, well then I may as well do it. And this guy sounded like just I honestly, the way this guy Zoanox. Perfect. He's exactly how I always wanted this character to sound. Love it. I think he did an awesome job.
Yeah, he definitely did. I like it.
Yeah, phenomenal. So if you haven't checked out Free Run for Justice, episode 6 comes out tomorrow. Get excited. 5 more weeks to go and the series is over forever. No more season.
The 2 lines you should have given them to read out for the audition was, "Open your eyes, boy. Open your eyes. Everything is not how it seems."
Oh my god, I love that guy. There's this guy, right? I don't know if you know about this guy, but that quote is from a video from this dude who he makes these, like, they're like skits or like they're scenes that he writes out with these, or I think he improvs them between different characters. And the way he does the characters is he'll do a voice, but also he's just sitting in front of his webcam, and he'll have like this like filter on the webcam that distorts his face, and he'll move his head around and it will change the way his face looks, and he changes his voice with it, and those represent different characters, and he'll create these scenes, and it's just him sitting in front of his webcam, but they're so fucking funny, and like they're so good, they're just amazing. I forget the bloody guy's name, but it's like one of the greatest channels. Justin,
I don't know how to fucking say his name, to be honest.
Justin, yeah,
Kuritzkes.
yeah. I'll whack his link in the chat if anyone wants to go and check out the videos, because the fucking quality, they're so good.
They're hilarious.
Have you ever watched the? I don't know why this made me think of this, but there's a YouTube channel where this guy got famous from doing like a cover of All Star,
Oh,
Like this song also?
yeah, I remember
Oh,
that
God,
meme.
yeah.
Innocent, yeah.
Did you actually watch his channel?
Yeah, I did for a while when it was funny, and then it sort of became a bit of a dead meme, but it was funny at the time. That was good.
Yeah, I just
did
remember
like
when
that.
someone sent it to me. It's like,
I think it was me.
when he,
Was it not me?
Oh, maybe
John
it was. Maybe it was.
Sedano.
And it was just some fat dude that just goes, singing, "Somebody once told me the world is gonna run me," and then
Yeah.
then I'm like, I mean, why has that got so many views, so many likes? Like, it's shit. And then I click on the next video, it's like Taylor Swift cover of like 22, and then he starts off like the music starts playing for 22, and then he's like, "Somebody once told me,"
That
and
was
I just
funny.
fucking
That was funny.
lost it.
I never
When I
found that one
realised-
funny, to be honest.
When I realized what the joke was, I don't know why, I just saw it as the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, when I
died.
first found that, I thought it was so funny because you watch the first one, you're like, I don't get why this is funny, and you watch the next one, it's meant to be another song, and then you realize every song, he's just singing All Star. It's just the same thing over and over again, and that, like, it's funny.
Yeah,
That
it is
was
fucking
really
funny. If you don't think it's funny, fuck you.
I mean, I think by that point I'd already seen the All Star meme so much everywhere.
Yeah, that meme did get run into
yeah.
the fucking ground. But when I found that, it was pretty fresh. It was like when that meme
I didn't
was
even
just
know it was
sort
a
of coming
meme.
around.
Even afterwards,
Fresh.
I didn't know that became a meme. Like, I
Fresh.
just remember someone sending it to me one day, and then that was it. And then I had a laugh for like an hour, and watched all of his videos, laugh for an hour, and then never talked about it again.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, I just want to say before we continue, if you haven't already liked the stream, go ahead and like the stream. Like, we've got about 100 people here, nearly get 100 likes. Let's see what we can shoot for. Would appreciate it.
Great call there, James. Great call there. I do have a topic here I really am passionate about, and I wanted to bring up. And George, you've tweeted about this a couple of times. It's how I kind of found the topic in the first place. But I think it is one of my favorite topics, and I've done some deep research to learn the truth here. It was a YouTube celebrity gamer broke up with his model weather girl girlfriend to play more Call of Duty.
You what?
Yep.
Sorry?
So this famous Call of Duty YouTuber,
FaZe Censor.
FaZe Censor, broke up with this supermodel Mexican weather girl girlfriend to play more Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I've seen, and at first I thought, oh, this guy's probably, and all these people are like, I can't believe he would dump this girl. How could you dump this girl? I'm like, fuck off. I'm sure he like has actual real reasons and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's funny. It's like, that's an epic gamer right there, sort of thing. I thought, that's funny meme also. But I looked into it. I'm passionate about this because she's hot. That's why I'm passionate about this. To be real. But I looked deeper into it, and I'm trying to figure this out. I went back and looked at his past videos when they were together, just to suss out what they were like. Tried to figure out kind of how they got together. I watched his video explaining it, and I was expecting it to be like something serious, like, look, she just wasn't happy with what I was doing. She didn't want me to be playing these like video games a lot. And I'm like, look, this is what I do for a job. I would never choose between you two, so don't make me choose. That's why, that's what I was like, well, fair enough, bro. Like, that's what I was expecting to hear.
But?
Am I cutting out?
No, I'm saying but, because I sense a big but coming along.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you said what, and I was like,
Oh,
what?
Nah.
So there's evidently
Okay,
a big
yeah,
butt
but
somewhere in the story.
I watched this video. Yeah, here's him going. But yeah, exactly. But I watched the video with him explaining why he 10 Mexican weather girl supermodel girlfriend that he'd been with for 3 years and lived with. And they started off in a long distance relationship. She was living in Mexico. And then like she moved in with him. They bought a house. And he's a full-time YouTuber and full-time Call of Duty player. So like he's obsessed with he's like, I've got to get a ring. I got to get the ring. That's my goal. That's my dreams. I have a lot of dreams. A lot going on. My dream is the ring, like the World Championship Call of Duty ring. He kept saying that. He kept saying the video, dreams of ring. I got to get a ring. I got to get a ring. And then
the guy's
and I'm
retarded.
like, yeah, I'm just
He
thinking.
ends up not getting a ring.
I tell you, he's
doesn't
not
he?
getting a ring. Yeah. And it's good old Yanette Garcia, that's his girlfriend, and it's Douglas Martin, the YouTuber, FaZe Censor, and I'd never heard of him before until this story. Now, in this video, he goes on, other than the fact he's talking about this ring he's going to get, he explains their relationship, and it sounded like a really nice relationship. She seemed very in love with him, as he did with her, sort of, and he just goes, you know, and then she moved back to Mexico for this job, and I went back and watched videos where that she's in when she's living in Mexico City doing this weather job, and she's like, yeah, but it's just for, in a Spanish accent, it's just for a time, and then, I will be back, and, it's just for my career, and it's like, yeah, that's fair enough. In his video, he goes, yeah, look, I'm just really busy, I'm playing Call of Duty from, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., and I just can't really pay attention to her, and I just feel like she deserves better than that, which, that's fair, but also, in what universe is that, to him, he's like, nah, I'm just really busy.
Fucking goon.
I'm really busy. That's him. He's like, I'm in love with a girl, and I've been with her for 3 years, committed relationship. I don't even care how hot she is. Just the fact that you're in a committed relationship for 3 years, and you're like, I'm just really busy playing Call of Duty.
I thought she gave him the ultimatum.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nah, bro. Watch the video.
What was
this
the point?
dude's a fucking idiot.
So he could have stayed with her pretty easily.
So she never asked him.
Nah, never at all.
What the
fucking
fuck?
tool.
What an idiot. So he just out of
wow.
nowhere, there's no discussion to be had. He just comes out and goes, you know what? I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I think you need to fuck off. Because that was his thought process.
He's got to get a ring, bro. He's got to get a ring, bro.
Oh my god. What a
Get the
fucking
ring.
idiot.
He got a disc
my God.
instead.
Man shot for the wrong kind of ring.
Yeah, he just goes, and like 3 weeks before they did a video together on his channel, and she's just like, yeah, and he's just like, yeah, I've been really busy, and I've got to get that ring, and her eyes just roll to the back of her head, and then she goes, and he just looks at her and goes, oh, I know you want more attention. She's like, oh no, I mean, yeah, but like just cute, like sweet and stuff, and I just like, that poor girl, she could literally be with any person.
Supportive as well.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's shit that was said that you don't see, obviously, and I'm sure there were arguments about it that she's like, you don't pay any attention to me, blah, 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 it's all about the video games. Yeah. I'm sure there probably were arguments, obviously, if that's what it led to, but just like, bro.
I do feel bad for calling her a thought now, though.
Yeah, that's
Just
weird.
a little bit. I mean, it was a joke anyway, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It's not like, yeah, who gives a fuck? She didn't see it and go, oh my god, George called me a thought. Like,
I can't believe George called me that. I can't believe
George
did
LongEaredFox.
I expected better from George, man.
Why would he call me a thought like that?
Could you imagine, like, James dumps Elva because he's just really busy playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. He's like, I'm just really busy at the moment.
Could you imagine? I click with Odyssey. I'm like, you know what? This is actually the greatest game of all time.
Everyone go look at my newest tweet.
What's scary is this is a universe that could have been. So.
Oh god, I've seen it. Yeah, I saw your new tweet. FaZe Censor's girlfriend. What is that? Oh
Dude,
god.
bro, that's fucked. Bro. Fucked. Dude, you're a bad person. You know that,
I don't know what that is.
www.luckyhat.com.
The baby looks fake. It doesn't look real.
That's because it is fake.
It
But I
probably
typed
is
in
fake.
FaZe Censor's girlfriend into Google when we were talking about that. And then it came up with that.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
God.
Oh, how?
I don't know.
Can you
It's so
put, can you put up I'm gonna find a point of this video, this the FaZe Censor video that I want you to play. I should have written this down before, but I have to find it. Where he's just talking about, he's like, I've just got to get a ring, and he at the end of his video, he's like, hope you can also my decision, guys. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I was on his side because I had all these assumptions. Because he's just like, and I mean, he seems like a nice dude. Like, he's like, oh no, she wanted to move to Mexico City for a career. Obviously, she's got to do it. And his thing was, he's like, I want to win a Call of Duty championship. She wants to be a supermodel actress. Chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams. It's like, imagine being in a relationship with that dude where he's just like, I got to win a Call of Duty championship, and you want to do this, so chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. I'm just really busy right now.
It'd be quite obnoxious, wouldn't it?
Like, he seems like an obnoxious fucking dude.
I can imagine that would be annoying.
I can't stand it when I see things like this because it's so fucking retarded.
And this is her, like, the day he released the video, she just tweets heartbroken with a heartbreak emoji.
He doesn't
and
even
stuff.
look that upset in the video, man.
No, he's super happy. He's so excited to play COD. He's literally jerking off
You gotta
right after
remember.
this video. about the Call of Duty. Hang on, I'm gonna send you a photo of the. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna send this to this guy.
You
Got a
remember,
poster of
this
himself in
guy
his
doesn't give
in the
a fuck.
background.
He just wants to get a ring.
Why does he have a poster of
guy-
himself in the background?
Yeah. I don't know.
Why
What-
the
where am
fuck?
I
Who sent that picture of George? Why did you send a picture of Rebecca?
Because it looks fucking weird.
Well, this is FaZe Censor's orgasm face. This is him in his head at all times.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking about. And in the video he goes, you know, obviously Black Ops 4 is coming out. I'm gonna play so much Black Ops 4. You know, 7 p.m. to like even 5 a.m. even after. You know, like he's like, I'm just so busy right now. You know, with the gym. You know, I'm always hitting reps at the gym. And yeah, and I was like, bro,
What
you're
a fucking self-absorbed bellend.
I think
Yeah,
FaZe Censor's
I get
got
that you
Ligma.
hit the gym a lot, but shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, his reasoning was like, well, if I can't pay attention to her, she deserves better than that, so I have to leave her. I'm like, hey, what you want to do? Is there no way, if you love someone, to find a balance to do what you want to do and be with them? Like, I don't think.
That's mental.
Yeah. Clearly,
Dude, I
he
kinda
didn't love
feel
her
like
that
he
much.
just got
Clearly,
bored,
this
to be
dude
honest.
didn't. Yeah, clearly this dude didn't love her that much. His first girlfriend of his life, of his entire life, he's like, this is my first girlfriend ever. Supermodel.
Literally.
So he's got a lot to learn, bro.
Yeah,
But clearly, this dude
fucking-
needs to teach. This dude has some fucking game if he can just dump supermodels and not give a fuck and still look that happy. So
so fucking weird. It's so fucking
What
weird.
a fucking moron. Sorry.
Such strange
Bit
priorities. Like,
You gotta
really
get that
fucking
ring.
gotta get that
agree.
Call of Duty ring.
if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you
Gotta
should
get that ring, man. Gotta get that ring. It's weird because he made a video 1 month ago, marrying your net. 2 weeks ago, we broke up. Life just throws curveballs at you, you know.
Oh god.
Yeah.
2018 in review. A year of dumb titles.
It's weird though because FaZe has become just vlogging.
Yeah, FaZe is
Like,
so
that's
different
all
to what
I
it used
do.
to be.
Like, why does FaZe Sense have any business playing COD with Post Malone? What's he doing? What's
I
he
have no
doing?
idea. It's all these
Yeah,
bloody.
right.
It's all these like these music people seem to be trying to tap into the gaming industry. You got like Drake bloody doing a stream with Ninja or whatever, playing Fortnite.
Oh no.
Snoop Dogg's been doing it for years as well,
And
like
it's
fucking
like-
COD Ghost and
Yeah,
shit.
they just know that there's a new fan base to be found in gaming, and they can really get
Yeah.
a lot of new people from it. That
They can
aren't
get a
in the
lot of
same
gamers
industry.
behind them.
Yeah, exactly. They can get a lot of those.
The
epic gamers.
The UFC did like a stream with a couple of their fighters playing the new UFC game, and they had like KSI hosting it.
Oh,
Oh,
Like
no.
so fucking
cringe.
weird. Yeah, it's so weird. So
KSI
weird.
hosting it.
KSI
Yeah,
is
that
a
dude,
fuck.
the dude that's gonna box Logan Paul.
Oh, the fake.
Oh, that's so funny.
Right.
So funny.
Wait, who's
So-
fighting Logan Paul?
KSI.
KSI and
Oh,
Logan
yeah.
Paul are gonna. Okay, hang on. They're gonna quote unquote box the two of
They're
them. So
not. They're not.
yeah,
It's
like
gonna be
That's gonna be a
pathetic,
mess.
but like.
it's gonna be a slap fest, and I hope they both knock each other the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
and honestly, I watched this face to face with them, the two of them, with Logan
Oh,
Paul and
God,
KSI. I was
yeah.
like, could not be. Honestly, Logan Paul, fine in that video. KSI, more. I'm like, dude, you're the
oh,
good
you-
guy in this
you cut
situation. Like,
completely
you-
out,
you-
like,
like, everyone
yeah.
hates Logan. Everyone hates Logan. Oh, sorry. I was watching this KSI Logan Paul face off. Where Logan Paul, everyone hates Logan Paul. You're gonna have the whole. If you're KSI, you're gonna have the whole crowd on your side, and somehow he's making himself look like an asshole to
He is
Logan
an
Paul.
arsehole.
Yeah, I
What an
know.
arsehole.
It's like just be like normal, for like pretend to be normal, and everyone will be on your side. But somehow you're being the asshole in a situation where you're facing Logan Paul, and he looks like
KSI
the
is-
nice.
Utter ass, like he really
The
is.
thing is, though, with KSI, I've always got the impression that he's actually like a pretty normal guy, but he does these. He like exaggerates and puts on this character because I think he thinks it's like people. It's entertaining, but I don't think he comes across as entertaining. I think he's trying to be like a fake Conor McGregor type thing, but like really he just looks like he looks like a cunt. Like
I think it's an insult to Conor McGregor even.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pissed
yeah,
off that you
obviously,
said
of
that.
course.
That's an insult too, because like he's not even like it.
No,
It's
but that's
so
what
bad.
they're capitalizing
even,
on, aren't they? Like this whole
Yeah, they're
people
trying
into
to be
UFC,
like-
into fights, into the drama. That's what they're trying to capitalize on. That's why he did it in the first place.
Conor McGregor's made that sort of mainstream famous. The shit.
Yeah.
He's the greatest shit talker of all time.
Yeah.
I'm speaking of. Conor McGregor is back. The King returns October
Where'd he
6th. Well, he hasn't fought in 2 years in the UFC. His last fight was no. Yeah, no. His last he boxed Floyd Mayweather, but I don't. His last fight was in Madison Square Garden, November of 2016, against Eddie Alvarez for the World Lightweight Championship. He won the belt, became the first ever double champ, the champ. Since then, the belt was stripped from him because he wasn't fighting. This Russian dude, Khabib Nurmagomedov, wins the belt, undefeated, 26-0. And that fight week, Khabib decided with his Russian crew to corner Artem Lobov, Conor's best friend, a half Irish, half Russian guy. Artem was kind of cornered for being like a Russian traitor because they're like, oh no, you're on Conor's side, you're a fucking traitor. So Artem and his like crew of like 25 guys, goons. And then Conor saw that, flew 25 of his Irish gang members on a private jet overnight to New York City and attacked Khabib in a bus, and then Conor got arrested. And that's why Conor had legal troubles. But as of last week, Conor's all clear of the charges. Well, not clear. Like, he has to do anger management community service. Fucking lol. And they just announced 2 days ago Conor McGregor is going to fight the Russian guy, Khabib Nurmagomedov, October 6th for the World Lightweight Championship. The undefeated, undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov, against Conor McGregor in his return fight after 2 years. The biggest fight in UFC history, October 6th, in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. So, ladies and gentlemen, get excited.
It's very hype. It
I'm
really is.
excited. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm very,
Sounds like a great time.
It is a great. In fact, and this was my perfect opportunity to talk about it because I know there's not going to be another chance to talk about UFC at all.
That was the UFC talk of the podcast.
Tyler's
that
30
was
seconds.
Shout out to Henry Cejudo, beat Mighty Mouse today for the World Flyweight title. Unbelievable. The greatest champion in the history of the UFC, probably lost for the first time. So shout out Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw defending his belt against Cody Garbrandt today as well. So shout out. That's the UFC talk for today.
There you go.
I'll just a couple of shout outs, even though I didn't want either of those guys to win. They won, so respect to them. Anywho, on to something else. I did want to talk to you guys for the last couple of podcasts, including last week with Colin Moriarty. Shout out again to Colin Moriarty.
Hey.
Hey, big up. Not just pat myself on the back for that. We've been talking about James Gunn and the whole Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 James Gunn situation and all that. Before we get into the newest developments of that situation, Eth and George, what are your perspectives on this shit going down? And for those who don't know, James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2, was fired for past tweets from like anywhere between 8 to 10 years ago, making jokes about pedophilia that were kind of weird and creepy, but also not much context to them, hard to describe. But he's been fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and there's a whole lot of uproar, negative and positive, about it. So, George, Ethan, what do you think? What's going? What's the go?
I've got a couple things to say here. First thing, it's kind of proving that some members of the far left, or not necessarily the far left, but some people in general, will find any reason to witch hunt people, and they will go painstakingly out of their way to do it. But at the same time, James Gunn did actually make the tweets, regardless of whatever's going on there. Those tweets are there, and he has to think about the image is all. Sometimes you have to worry about these things, because if you don't, then someone is going to come back and try to do this. And to pander to those people who are upset about it, people will drop you. It's just how the world works at the moment. It's a shame, but it's just how it is, unfortunately.
I think the tweets are fucking weird.
They are a bit weird,
Yeah,
which is why I'm saying
weird.
the guy tweeted them.
Listen to this. I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place. What the? Why is James Gunn have any business tweeting that
Yeah,
at all?
exactly. But the thing is, like, we
Yeah.
went through these, right? We went through these
Okay.
last podcast, and the thing you got to look at is obviously we have no idea what the context is, and you've got to
Of course.
imagine, you've got to remember, obvious unless he's actually a paedophile that openly likes talking about being a paedophile. They're obviously jokes. We just don't know the
Yeah,
context
and
of
James
the joke.
Gunn
People's taking them out. Of
Isn't
context.
He's not like an insane man that was like it suddenly became
Yeah.
normal when he started working on Guardians of the Galaxy. Like,
To be honest, though, they're right. Yeah, I wouldn't have sat to the guy for a few more jokes. I would have been like, get over it, you know. Everybody makes jokes. Some people's humour is not to everybody's taste. Fuck it. But at the same time, I like little boys who touch me in my silly place.
that's
I mean,
very.
as far as
yeah.
ambiguous tweeting goes.
Oh, is he
that's
talking
the
about?
last
Is he
tweet
talking
you
about
want.
like twinks, like little 18-year-old, like, you know what I mean, little
Oh.
18-year boys? Like, you don't know. You don't know that.
Boys necessarily mean twinks, does it?
Yeah, it could be.
He
could
also
be a
tweeted
gay-
about how
Kevin Spacey.
the
Oh,
Hardy
I'm gay.
Boys and the mystery of what it
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like when Uncle Bernie
It's like,
fists
oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
lots-
just made a
lots-
lot of paedophile jokes, but the thing is, those happened over the course of a 5-year period. Like he made a,
Some
he
of
made
them
a
are
few, but,
replies.
like,
Some of them are
Well, the thing is,
retweets and
though,
replies to people
I've
where we
made
don't know
a
what
lot
he's
of
replying
paedophile
to.
jokes
Like,
as well.
yeah, but I don't think you made jokes about being a pedophile. You know what I mean? Like you make jokes about pedophiles. Like this dude's like, I'm a pedophile. Like, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
fucking
like
weird.
that's the joke. Well, it's like, well, I mean, it's like in Ricky Gervais' most recent stand-up. He does a joke about being a paedophile, sort of thing. Like he does a little bit on that, and it's like, because you know the context, like, oh, that's funny, you know, stand-up, whatever. And obviously these are just offhand tweets of him. They're obvious jokes. They're obviously like he's, you know,
Thing is, though,
edgy like sort of jokes, but like they're obviously jokes.
You see, when you're making like an edgy joke, if you will, you can't you can't, what's the word here? You can't forget to be intelligent when you're doing it, because if people aren't going to get the joke, then you are going to come across as a dickhead to a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think
Because
that's
it
the thing with.
it has to be dressed up right, you know.
Yeah.
When you're
What
making a
was,
offensive
like,
joke.
That's
But
the thing
like,
with.
I'll give you an example. Like, people don't even tweet in context most of the time, because that day
Yeah.
you tweet in the moment. Lots of these are replies, they're retweets, and it's back then where the retweet was like it would just have the start RT at whoever. Like you couldn't, like, back in the day you couldn't even do like a retweet comment. You know what I mean? Where you'll repost someone's tweet and then have your reply on top of it.
Yeah.
And as well, you know, let's say in the news that day, it's like there's people are talking about this big news going on, like, oh, this person got fired for this, or this person got arrested for this, or this thing happened. So that's what everyone's tweeting about, and this guy just tweets a joke about that. Like, we don't even know what was going on that day. What was going on in the news? What was the trending topics? Like, what is that in context to it?
How long ago was it? 5 years? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
So it's
Also-
just like,
It's like, yeah, 8 to
I
10
find
years
it
ago.
weird how Dave.
I'm not trying to
Porteous
defend
was
him
like,
that he isn't bad. I'm just saying, like, you've got to look at the context, and until I have all the information, which we just don't have, I'm not going to pass a judgment whether he is good or bad. I'm not
I
going
mean,
to
I
be
don't,
like, get
I
fired.
don't think based on any of these tweets he's a bad guy. Like,
No,
unless someone shows us proof that somehow these tweets link to him actually being a paedophile, then he's not a bad guy. Like, even if the jokes, I mean, I think, even, like, there's some jokes I'm like, that's a bit of a weird joke, especially when you, like, some of them are worded weird, especially when he like, he includes, I think it's difficult for me to talk about this coming from me, who, you know, I don't think there's a line with humor. I think you can joke about anything, but I think it's the way you do it, the people you include, you know, whether it's personal or impersonal. Like, it just depends on where you're going with it. Because I don't think there's
kind
any
of agree.
topic. I don't think there's any topic that's off the table for comedy. But I think there's ways of joking about things,
There are methods.
anything that's like, well, it could just be taken as, even though you might be joking, you might have attacked someone. Or, you know, because there's one of the James Gunn tweets where it's like a paedophile joke, but he tags people in it, and like the people he tagged, were they kids? If so, even if it's a joke, it's inappropriate. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not, you know, like, that's taking it too far, because that's become personal at that point, where you're actually including
It's called
actual
good comedy
real
or
kids,
bad
like,
comedy, yeah.
and that's the thing, like, yeah. And the thing with the people that I think are mad about, like, people are mad about different things, but I think it's not the topic of the joke that's bad. You can joke about pedophiles, but, you know, you can either joke about it well or you can joke about it badly, and I don't think anything he's done shows him being a bad person. I don't think James Gunn is a bad person. But who knows? There might be proof that comes out, and all of a sudden, oh, he is actually a paedophile. In which case, I take it back. But until then, I don't think he's a bad guy.
In which case, he's a filthy fucking nonce.
I just find it funny how everything turns into a witch hunt these days. Nobody's safe.
No.
You remember
Not
that
even
joke
me.
you made 5 years ago that would have been in context then? Well, not anymore.
Do you remember that
Yeah.
video you did on
Re-rate.
Warframe? Video you did on Warframe? Yeah. Yeah, fuck you.
Oh god, that's the thing
Fuck
with
you.
tweets though, right? Like jokes are different. Like when you have a joke that's part of a TV show or a movie or stand-up comedy or whatever, it's different than when you put out a tweet. Because with a tweet, that tweet is just there on its own, and people can take that any way they want to take it, and they'll
Take anything
decide
any
what
way
you
that they
meant
want, but
based on, you know, how they feel about it, or maybe how they feel about you. If they don't like you, they can take your tweet badly. Whereas if someone likes you, they can maybe take the tweet the way you intended it, or take it a good way. So it just depends, and that's the issue with tweeting, I think, sometimes. Especially old tweets from like fucking 10 years ago. God.
Well, the big thing is that happened with the James Gunn situation. The next biggest development was Zoe Saldana, who plays Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, tweeted this. If you please read the statement written and signed by the Guardians of the Galaxy cast in support of James Gunn's reinstatement as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I'll read the statement that was put out and signed by Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Sean Gunn, Pom Clementif, Michael Rooker. So these have all signed an agreement to this statement, an open letter from the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy. To our fans and friends, we fully support James Gunn. We were all shocked by his abrupt firing last week and have intentionally waited these 10 days to respond, think, pray, listen, and discuss. In that time, we've been encouraged by the outpouring of support from fans and members of the media who wish to see James reinstated as director of Volume 3, as well as discouraged by those who easily duped into believing the many outlandish conspiracy theories surrounding him. Being in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies has been a great honor in each of our lives. We cannot let this moment pass without expressing our love, support, and gratitude for James. We are not here to defend his jokes or many years ago, but rather to share our experience having spent many years together on set making Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. The character he has shown in the wake of his firing is consistent with the man he was every day on set, and his apology now and from years ago when first addressing these remarks, we believe is from the heart, a heart asking each of us to help him tell the story of misfits who find redemption. He changed our lives forever. We believe the theme of redemption has never been more relevant than now. Each of us looks forward to working with our friend James again in the future. His story isn't over. Not by a long shot. There is a little due process in the court of public opinion. There's little due process in the court of public opinion. James is likely not the last good person to be put on trial given the growing political divide in this country. It's safe to say instances like this will continue, although we hope Americans from across the political spectrum can ease up on the character assassinations and stop weaponizing mob mentality. Well, we all agree on that, other than the fact that it's your side doing it. But anyway, it is our hope that what has transpired can serve as an example for all of us to realize the enormous responsibility we have to ourselves and each other regarding the use of written words when we etch them into digital stone. That we as a society may learn from this experience and in the future will think twice before we decide what we want to express. And in so learning perhaps can harness this capability to help and heal instead of hurting each other. Thank you for taking the time to read our words, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then everyone signed it. So what do you guys think of that?
Yeah,
They're on his side for not getting sacked sort of thing, or they're a bit bummed out that he got sacked, but at the same time, they don't accept that jokes are just jokes, I guess. So, you know, it's a bit of a middle ground again, which I can respect, because there is a point where you got to realise that, is this joke going to be funny or is it going to be dumb? Is somebody going to look back and think, what the fuck? But at the same time, it proves again that it's not just one side, like the one side that sees that people are just going out of their way to witch hunt. You know, it seems as if a lot of people across the political spectrum, because you can't tell me that the Guardians of the Galaxy casters right wing, because
No, definitely not.
they're celebrities. If they were right wing, they'd probably be witch hunted themselves.
Yeah.
True.
It just goes to prove that people across the spectrum are noticing the witch hunt going on, and that people are falling
Which in
victim
some
to
ways
it.
is a hope that one day it'll stop. The fact that, like, you know, the left, the extreme left, these pieces of shit, the far left, started these stupid political witch hunts. And well, okay, yeah. I mean,
You gotta make yourself look like the hero, though.
yeah. I just mean like that's where it started from, these online political witch hunts to try to ruin people's career for words taken out of context, or just using people's words and deciding what it means to them. And now that it's happened so much to so many people, including Colin Moriarty, who we had on the podcast last week, shout out again.
You're never gonna shut up about that, are you?
Okay,
yeah,
look at this.
kidding me? It's
I love
amazing.
this
But
so
just the
much.
fact now it's happening to the left, you know, it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. But I hope this is what's gonna kind of end this stupid nonsense of it all in the first place.
The left need to realise nobody's safe from these witch hunts.
Yeah,
Dave
exactly.
Bautista has clearly learned nothing
Right, if
from
you're
the
gonna
whole
witch hunt the
scenario,
right,
right?
you're gonna
What
witch
it-
hunt yourselves too.
Because
so
so Dave Bautista, he's been defending James Gunn, and obviously he's literally read what Zoe Saldana's like written there. He's against this type of witch hunting, and yet his most recent tweet is completely pointless. It's just him quoting something that Donald Trump has like done and put hashtag dumb Donald.
Hashtag dumb Donald.
It's like, what does it add to anything whatsoever apart from
I
witch
mean-
hunting someone who's like the leader of your country?
I mean, a lot
And
of
I'm
people think that Donald Trump is an idiot. It's not necessarily related, right?
I mean,
been
you're
said
definitely
so
allowed to
many
criticize.
times
If you're allowed to
before.
criticize anyone, you should be
I
allowed
mean,
to
you are allowed to
criticize your
criticise
political
Trump
leaders.
because-
Yeah. I got no
Yeah, I
problem with
know, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
a
the shark
criticism,
has fallen
though, is it?
shed.
It's not really. It's just saying dumb. Like it's not actually like a valid criticism whatsoever.
Oh, but with
Yeah.
He's
context,
entitled to
back
say
then.
it,
But
obvious.
people are saying in the chat, and this is something I was going to say, Chris Pratt, I'm pretty sure, is conservative. Which is one of the reasons I really fucking like him. Like, he got in that shit for posting, because he hunts his own meat. Like, for meat. Doesn't like buy it at the supermarket or whatever. He goes and hunts for it.
Yeah,
And he posted
good
that on Twitter. Like, not on Twitter, on Instagram, of like meat that he's got, and he said like maybe I'll open up a shop or something, because he's really into it. And he got fucking lynched by everyone for it.
Why?
But he didn't apologize.
Why do people care?
He was
if
just like,
you
no,
go
fuck,
hunting-
fuck you guys. Like, what the fuck
It's-
is this shit?
Chris Pratt's
I
doing
really
it
like
legally,
him.
and you get your food from somewhere anyway. So
Yeah,
an animal
exactly.
dies either way.
People are fucking
It's
dumb. I
just
love
the-
Chris
it's just,
Pratt.
It's just
I really do.
Yeah, so do I.
And then you have that minority is like, oh, you should go fucking vegan, but I don't want to be anorexic.
Yeah, I'm alright not
Nice.
being vegan. I'm fine eating meat.
I love eating
better
meat.
actually.
It's my favourite food. It's just
great.
loads and loads of fucking meat.
Yeah, meat's great.
I really hope there's a vegan listening.
I guarantee there's at least one. There's got to be at least one.
Hey, you're a dickhead. Start
Uh.
eating meat, you anorexic prick. Right, okay, we need to stop.
Thanks. Oh yeah, you're right.
We
It's
need
all-
to stop.
Help me changing the topic.
Oh god.
least-
Well, yeah, but
Continue.
that's
We
the
just-
stuff
I mean,
with James Gunn. I just wanted to say I remember now. Yeah, with that whole statement they put out. I think Ethan touched upon it, saying I think they're more saying like they don't agree. He should be fired. He's not this kind of person. But I think they're not saying that these were just jokes, like context matters and stuff. They're basically saying, yeah, these jokes are terrible, and if it was anyone else, we'd agree, but because it's James Gunn, we don't agree. Like, that's basic. That's
not
the way it comes
quite.
across to me. Like,
It's not quite how it comes across to me. It's
I'm not
like-
getting that from this.
well, I'm getting
the
it. It's like
vibe
they're
that
not.
I'm getting it.
They're still saying the jokes were bad,
Right.
though. They're still saying like this is wrong. You can't do
no,
this.
They're saying the same. That's not actually what they said, though. They said the same things we're saying. They just said we're not defending the tweets. Neither would we. It doesn't mean we're saying they're bad. They just said we're not defending the tweets. That's
see,
all they said.
Fair. I guess I took
Well,
that
it
a
looks
different
like.
way.
Well, it
That's
looks
all they
like to
actually
me,
said. Yeah.
what's being said here is the tweets are what they are. Is it really worth losing a great director over that?
Yeah,
That's
true.
what they're saying.
Yeah, true. Because you got to look at it like overall.
And it's
no
like,
one's
does
no
that...
one's being hurt. Like
tweets mean
nothing
nothing,
bad
is
is
basically what
happening.
the
James
defending
Gunn
tweets
at
mean.
the end of the day said something that people don't like. It's like, I feel like we should fucking get over it. Like, why are we trying to ruin a man over something he said and the fact that you don't like it?
It's just
well,
what
exactly.
people
But
do.
the biggest point of this whole thing, and this is what matters, is that reality of who these people are haven't been mattering. With these characters, one thing you say and then make your whole life, everything you've ever done, insignificant, because it's just about who you are is about what that one tweet says. And that's what these people try to do with character assassinations. That's what they're doing with James Gunn now. What we defended back in 2017 in March with Colin Moriarty was these people are calling him a racist, sexist, misogynist piece of shit for a tweet that wasn't any of those things anyway.
It was a joke, wasn't it?
In my opinion, funny. Second of all, a joke, and people were misrepresenting everything about him and lying about who he was just based off of that. And these people, the Guardians of the Galaxy cast, are doing what I think is the right thing. They're not basing James Gunn as a human off of one fucking tweet. They're talking about him as a person. Because those tweets do not represent who James Gunn is as a human being. They see him as a great person, and good for them. It's like if you got in trouble for stuff, as you all have, especially James, you know, for talk shit for you tweeting stuff. I have always said, I'm like, you guys don't know him as a human being. Like, you guys can't just say he's a racist or a piece of shit just because you don't like that he tweeted that. You don't know him. Like, I know I know he's none of those things, and that's why I'll always defend you on that stuff. I'm like, you can not like what he tweeted, that's fine. There's plenty of shit you've tweeted that I think is dumb as fuck. But, like, I'll never, ever, like, be like, oh, I don't like James now. Oh, dude, like, you're wrong. I can't believe you did that. And, I agree. I reckon you're a racist. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking dumb. Like, I know who you are. I know, like, the type of person you are. And one tweet or one dumb thing or even just one joke doesn't represent everything about anyone. So we've got to be consistent with that always, whether they're on the left or the right or any political spectrum, and hopefully the left will learn a fucking lesson from this.
You'd hope so, but I doubt it.
No, definitely not.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's just a bit amusing in the end of the day from a perspective where you look at it and you go, this is so fucking petty. Do people really have nothing to do to the point where they're willing to go witch hunt people and try to kill their careers over things that were tweeted years ago? Really?
I have no idea. It's like a competition.
Is that what our society? Is that what the world's like now? Is it like, right, okay?
I think everyone just wants to be the most virtuous person. I don't know. I just think they want to be seen as like, look at me, I'm doing the right thing. I'm against this thing.
I'm on the moral high ground.
I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. I'm super inclusive. Like, look at me. Look how good I am. Like, I can't see any other reason you'd attack another person. Like, I just can't see any other reason why they do it. I can't imagine that they just feel like so upset by this, and they're like, no, I really think this person's a really bad person. Like, I just can't understand that mentality. But maybe they are so fucking dumb that is how they feel. I just don't know.
I don't understand why people need to do that. There are other ways to prove that you're a nice person. Ruining somebody's career.
No, I don't think there are, Ethan. I think you're wrong there.
You're right. You have to go on a massive witch hunt to prove that you're a good person. Fucking hell.
Who do you reckon,
the 17th
look
century.
for these
Matthew
tweets?
fucking Hopkins going around with that stick up his ass like, I'm going to burn witches now. Because I'm a good
who do you
person.
reckon
The person the guy who found the tweets or like outed it was a conservative guy. And it was that whole, it's like the whole
James Gunn is
mentality of, because he's left wing, and so they're like, oh, have a taste of your own medicine, and it bothers me. I've been seeing this so much on Twitter recently from fucking especially from Paul Joseph Watson.
Because you're just as bad. You're just as bad now.
What he can say, and like, he was saying, like, he was like basically talking about a comedian today that I quoted, and he was basically like, the comedian was making fun of people that voted for Brexit, and it was a fucking stand-up comedy. And whether he means it or not doesn't matter. It's a joke. And you've got Paul Joseph Watson going, oh, you call people who voted for Brexit this and that. Oh, fucking so original. And it's like, I guess, you can critique it, I guess. But were it someone on the right making a joke about someone on the left having a certain opinion about something that's left wing, you wouldn't be doing the same thing. You wouldn't be upset about it then. It's like you can't have it both
Well,
ways.
you know, he'd
Does
be
not
criticizing
appeal to
someone
people.
for criticizing it. They're like,
Yeah,
you're allowed
yeah.
to joke about it. Blah, blah,
Like,
blah.
oh, you fucking
But then-
snowflake! You're just fucking crying about it. It's like that's literally
see,
you now on the shoes on the other foot.
Like,
I feel as if
I've got this friend of like, what kind of friend? Like, my like closest like friend group that I hang out with all the time. They know I'm, you know, I'm, you know, I lean conservative, even though I'm like, I've got heaps of liberal, you know, opinions and stuff. But you know, they know I lean conservative, even though they're all super liberal. They don't care. But there's this one. They had a roommate for a while that, you know, it's kind of one of our friends. He's dating one of our friends, and he's super, like, has a Make America Great Again hat, like, super conservative.
oh no.
But like, we'll talk, like, I'll talk to him, like, because he watches Crowder and stuff. Like, we'll have a chat about that stuff and, you know, have a laugh. I don't really care. And we all sat down. Jim Jeffries' latest comedy special came out on Netflix, and I love Jim Jeffries. Yeah, he's been one of my favorite comedians for like 10 years. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's all sit down. We all know who Jim Jeffries is, you know, Australian comedian.
I think I watched that.
Let's sit down and watch it tonight. Like,
He's
it just came
fucking
out.
funny, I'll give you that.
He's hilarious. I don't
He
think
is, yeah, he's
his
funny.
last two specials have been that. They haven't been his best work, but I think I always have a great time watching him. I think he's hilarious. But anyway, like, we start watching it, and Jim Jeffries is very liberal. He even has like a news politics show, and he's, you know, very anti-Trump and all that. But I don't really give a fuck. Like, I think he's funny, and he starts talking about women and stuff, and about how you got to be careful what, like, certain jokes. He's like, I probably can't say any jokes about women, but I will. And then it's like, oh, thank God, you know, he's not going to like pull punches now just because of the political sort of landscape right now. And then, like, you have this guy, this conservative guy that's sitting there, like, all of us sitting there like, whatever, we don't care. He goes, yeah, that's right. See, you can joke about anything. It doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. I kept going on about it. And I'm like, yeah,
I know
bro,
I know this show you're talking about.
let's just watch. Let's just watch this then. How about that? And then, like, Jim goes on to start telling jokes about Donald Trump, which, you know, I mean, I'm kind of over Donald Trump jokes in the sense of I've seen every comedian do it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's all that's
old comedy special as well, wasn't it? That was during the
no,
election.
this is the newest one. Like, the
When
newest
did that
one
come out?
came out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh fuck! I watched his one during the election. I thought that's the one you were fucking talking about.
No, I'm talking about this happened 2 weeks ago with this new one that came out.
God, is he still joking about fucking Donald Trump?
And he
I
goes,
swear to God.
and and he has a bit about Donald Trump. And I don't really care. Like, I mean, I don't care if you joke about Donald Trump as long as it's like funny and original. Like, because I've kind of heard it all at this point. I watch a lot of comedy specials.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was funny. Like, there was some funny bits to it. It wasn't the best thing ever, but like, I thought it was funny. Here's the guy straight away going, oh, this is low-hanging fruit to joke about Donald Trump. I'm like, bro, you just had a 5-minute tirade interrupting us watching this, talking about how you can joke about anything. You're allowed to joke about rape, women, and anything you want. But as soon as he started talking about Donald Trump, this guy's like, nah, I'm not watching this anymore. This is like low-hanging fruit. I just feel like it's unintelligent. I'm like,
I feel as if there's
like, come on, bro, you can't do that. That's
I feel as if there's a lesson to learn here. Like, you know how we look, like, a lot of the time we're looking at the extreme left wing and we're seeing a load of morons, essentially. That sort of more across the board than we like to think, because both sides have them. Those fucking retards who can't take opposing opinions and things like that, and it's.
Or just have a double standard. They're just hypocrites. Like, they'll criticize one side for something and then go do the same fucking thing.
To be honest, though, Trump jokes are kind of low-hanging fruit at this point now.
I mean,
so I can see where he's coming from. If he was criticising the actual
stand-up routine was actually kind of funny. Just saying.
I think Trump jokes are fucking boring in 2018. I'm like, I've heard everyone make jokes about Donald Trump. I get it. He's an idiot. That's really funny. Like, unless it's something brand new and interesting that could be funny, it's like, this is just like, he went through.
Well, Jim Jeffries' bit is like, he goes through every way you possibly grab someone by the pussy and make it acceptable. Like, he was talking about like techniques and shit to grab a girl by the pussy. I thought it was funny. Like, okay, I laughed. But he's like,
funny. I'll give you that.
Low-hanging fruit. Like, I'm just like, bro, how about you watch it and like maybe decide whether it is or not based on like what he's joking about. Like, you know what Jim Jeffries' opinion on Trump is. Like, I'm not gonna fucking cry because he talks about it. Like, he spends the rest of the special talking about other shit too. So it's, you know what I mean? Like,
It was
yeah.
a passing.
You can
thing,
joke about what
and
you want. I just care about, all I care about is consistency. This is what we talked about last week's podcast with Colin. If you're gonna get mad at people for attacking Colin, you can't. You've got to be able to also get mad at people for attacking James Gunn just because they're on different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like unless there's a real valid reason, like Harvey Weinstein raping women, Kevin Spacey molesting children. You know what I mean? Like bad. That's bad people. I'm talking about people that are just being misrepresented by a tweet and then having their whole integrity and career attacked. It's fucking dumb. I don't care who it is. It's fucking dumb. So when we judge something, you've got to be consistent with it. You can't then change your view just because you like someone or they share an opinion on something. Like all I care about is consistency. That's what just needs to be promoted more. Yeah.
It's just fucking dumb.
It is dumb.
Yeah.
It's always a problem, isn't it? It's a simple tweet, and it's a fucking political conspiracy.
Imagine that. Imagine looking back just like 10 years ago, and everything important in the news happens on Twitter. How embarrassing that is for society.
Well, I'll know that in 10 years' time we'll have a whole catalogue of James's tweets to go back over and enjoy.
Hey, look, at least I'm consistent. No one can ruin me.
I'm consistent.
You're consistently a piece of shit.
What are they going to do? Go, Lasers tweeted something controversial. Oh, did he? That's a surprise. No one's going to care. Like, what are they going to do?
Oh, wow.
Ruin me because I'm acting like I've always done. Yeah, to be fair, what have I done recently? Like, I think most of the controversy came from my edgy phase when I just used to say dumb, edgy shit. But, like, nowadays, I mean, I say some stuff that maybe wouldn't fly with everyone, but I don't say anything that's upright wrong.
No, I don't think it. I just love joking about the fact that you're, like, a piece of shit, even though you're not.
No, I know. It's great. Classic.
Aren't you a Nazi?
Isn't he a Nazi? Why is he playing Assassin's Creed? I thought he was a Nazi.
Is that something someone's ever said?
It was on the subreddit. It's a bloody because
see what happens.
Amir tweeted. Amir put my marathon announcement on the subreddit. I don't know why. Amir has this like weird thing where he has to. I don't know. He's trying to score points with the subreddit. But regardless, he put it up there. And someone.
How is tweeting you about your videos? Points on the subreddit.
Okay, because he knows it's going to annoy people, but he does it in a way where he's like, guys, I haven't actually done anything wrong. Like, all I've done is post a video. Like, why are you getting so angry? But he knows no one wants it on there. He knows that.
Why does he do it?
Because I don't know. Like, he's trying to have like some moral superiority, being like, look, I'm the bigger person. All I've done is post a video. That's all I've done.
It's just unnecessary heat.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with it. I just ignore it. But anyway,
and what happens in the end of it is they come and approach me as the most approachable of the four of us, because let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm retarded. And like, hey, can you sort this out? Some of your community members are kicking their shit pot, and I'm like, I'm not fucking surprised. Alright, I'm gonna
like you're their dad or
I'm just gonna do it again in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, God.
Save us from lasers.
I mean, those people could approach me when they have a problem, but I don't know why they don't. Are they scared? Like, I don't know.
James never instigating anything with them, to be fair. Like, it's never James's fault, any of it. It's like, it's just a few of the
I've got to try and round
a few
everyone
members
up.
from the community going over and saying some dumb shit. Sometimes you think about it, if that were in our server, that would be funny.
Yeah, but they do this thing, and I fucking hate it. There's some people in our community do this thing where when someone else, be it the Assassin's Creed subreddit or Luma or someone else, when they don't have the same rules as us, they get pissed off at them. They're like, the 4 pillars let us do this, why don't you? You fucking cunts. And it's like, that's their fucking rules. You've got to play by their rules. You're in their space, not our space.
Yeah, you've got...
Like, what are you doing?
But what do you mean they get upset? Like what?
It's their server. You're the one being invasive. If they are so offended by it, that's their right. Over here, it's a different story. In our community, we're a bit more relaxed. We're as far as humour is concerned, sure, because we don't care. Let's be honest. But over there, you got to abide by their rules, not ours.
We're not fucking parents of these people.
But at the same time,
and anyone can join with us. We don't care.
No, well, I mean, when it reflects on us, you got to remember that I don't want to look like a dickhead to everybody getting by, do I? I mean, I don't really.
give a fuck what random person thinks of it, of me.
At the end of the day, neither do I. But at the same time, I would much rather not have that if I can avoid it.
I just think when I'm managing, like, I'm in charge of the Discord and stuff, when I've found out that people from our community are going over to other communities and being cunts, I feel like if I don't say anything, I just look like I think that's fine, when I don't. I think it's just you're being a cunt. So I'm like, I might as well say something and just be like, nah, this is just dumb, like, stop it.
I've really been keeping up to date with all this, to be honest.
I'd say, George, I'm totally with you, but I've always been that way. So, like, I never get put in, like, because no one even, obviously I'm one of the 4 pillars, but, like, I've never really been, like, all up in everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, the community, like, always on Discord, always doing that stuff. So, like, I don't feel responsible for having to say something. I say, like, and Ethan as well, like, I get that you guys, when that happens, you're always around, like, you have to say something.
We're around, we can say something,
Tyler, sometimes you have to step back into the real world,
George, what do you think? You're joining me, bro. Like, what do you think I've always done? It's like, bro, I can't, like, have, that. Yeah, it's such an intense thing. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, right, like,
in my park every now
it's just a thing that needs resolving.
Yeah, it just needs, you can't just ignore it. Like, you can't just ignore these things happening and go, oh, no, it's got nothing to do with my personal life, so I have to ignore it. Because it is a big part of, like, what we do, on YouTube. So you can't just ignore it. But, like, I get with you two, if you're not around, you don't have to say anything.
It's not a part of my life at all. I never go on the Discord.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm one of the 4 pillars, and I never go on it. Like,
and the thing is, with people, because they know me, they have a perception of me, they think I'm the one instigating it. They think I'm the one being like, oh, we should go fuck with these people. And it's like, no, I don't think that. This is just dumb. It's so fucking annoying and dumb. And I can't stand it.
The only thing I do on the Discord is go to the Chloe Bennett server and say Chloe Bennett once every few weeks.
That's not even all 4 pillars. That's a different server.
Oh, it's Discord though.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's Discord. It's the right app.
Chloe Bennett.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
I don't think I ever get.
Daisy Johnson.
Sorry.
Shield. No worries.
Oh, yeah.
You see, when it comes to these things that happen, I don't think I ever get labelled as, say, an instigator of it.
No, because people actually like you, Ethan. Like, that's the thing. People that talk so much shit about the 4 pillars, really, they just hate James, but they still like you and will interact with you on Twitter and stuff. Like, I see you and Tirol like best mates, and then meanwhile he fucking hates James, despises him. And then, like,
how did that happen?
And then me and George, I don't think he even knows who we are. So, like, it's just kind of like that.
No.
I don't understand. I mean, I've said some things that Tyrell will probably hate in my time as well. I don't understand how things have gone differently. It's probably the density of it all.
I mean, well, he's just an example. There's quite a lot of people actually, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
I don't really care.
But I don't give. I don't give a fuck what any of those people think of the 4 pillars. Like, I love the 4 pillars. I love all the stuff we do. I love our community. Like, there's people that get themselves into trouble. Amir's gotten himself into some shit, but I fucking, like, it's like when everyone was attacking Amir and calling him just a piece of shit, and even though he was, antagonizing people, I'm like, and as much as I even something, I'm like, Amir, like, that's obviously, like, what you were saying was dumb anyway, but, like, I wasn't mad at Amir. I fucking love Amir. Like, I know he's not a bad dude, not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I just rolled my
Amir
eyes going, I rolled my eyes going, oh, Amir, that's a fucking dumb thing.
Mate, come on,
And that was it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, obviously, and I said, like, I'm like, well, that was obviously a stupid thing to say. It really doesn't even make any sense. But, like, I wasn't actually mad at him because I don't I like him. I don't fucking know these people or really like any of them because all they've ever done is assume things about us and talk shit about us. So I would never, like, try to be like, well, I want virtue points with these people that don't like us because I want to be liked by everybody.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't. If someone doesn't like me, I don't care. I then don't like you if you're just assuming shit about me. So if I agree with you, it's because I actually agree with you for a valid reason, not because I give a fuck about you, what you think of me or anything like that. Oh, you know what? Can we be friends? Because I need some points. I don't like to not be liked. Everyone has to like me, and it just really, I just don't understand. Like, there's people like that though. Like, I know I've
well, you see,
I'd have to know why. I'm like, oh man, I couldn't care less if someone doesn't like me. I don't even think about it.
I don't understand how everybody assumes things are the 4 pillars, but then they're okay with they fucking quote me on their Discord, and it's it's quite amusing, really, because it's like, oh, they actually like me. That's a surprise, right?
You're like the middleman.
Yeah, you're
I
also,
guess
I
so.
mean,
I guess I am.
You're also less
I guess-
opinionated than I was. You know, I mean, not that you're not opinionated. Obviously, you will say how you feel.
No,
but I
I'm
think
quite heavily
the
polarized
difference-
myself.
The difference with me
Yeah, but
is
James is
I like to
aggressively-
take my opinion, and for the point of the video, like it was sort of, I mean, I'm
And
less
force
like
it
it
to
now,
other
but it
people.
was, but it was like the I guess I don't want to say character because it was more of an exaggeration of myself. Was
Yeah,
I
I
like
did
to have
say
fun with it and be like, let's take my opinion and be like, if you think anything else, you're fucking wrong. You're all idiots. You cunts. Like, and that was anyone that knew my channel and was a fan of my channel. Like, they got it. They're like, yeah, that's just a joke, obviously. But anyone else is like, wow, you're a piece of shit. And it's like, yep. I mean, that was the point, I guess. But then everyone doesn't like me because they think that's how I actually am, which isn't true.
Yeah, well,
and obviously you're not like that, which I'd say that's why people like you.
probably. It's also probably because I still make the occasional Assassin's Creed video.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
I've limited myself to at the maximum one a month, but I think I'll probably end up doing less. It's just like if I need to, there's that little bit of leeway.
I've just gone with whatever I want to do. Like if I want to make a video on something that's not, I'll do it because I can.
Yeah,
yeah. It's good.
I'm just talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. It's really
I just find
liberating.
myself mellowing out these days, just letting the views come in.
Yeah, I don't have any sort of schedule. I'm just like, if I want to talk about something, I want to talk about it. The views are coming in, the money's coming in. It's all fine. I'm just sort of, yeah, I'm really taking my time.
I
with it.
wish I could say the same.
Just having a good time.
Have you got any actual videos in the works, George?
I do, yeah.
Oh, what's this
What is
video?
that?
You're going to tell
It's
us?
a video about Destiny 2 and whether or not Forsaken
then.
can bring the fun
Okay.
back to Destiny. That's what it is.
You sound so uninterested in your own video topic as you explain.
Oh
it.
no, I am.
You
I
fell
am.
asleep as you were saying it.
Yeah,
I've had 4 hours sleep.
Like, am I listening to ASMR? Because I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah. That's what my videos are. That's what my whole streams were.
Like,
Oh, God.
nail
Long-eared ASMR.
Classic.
LongEaredFox ASMR.
Do it.
Today we're gonna be playing Syndicate. We're gonna be tying up loose ends.
We're getting them pressed flowers, guys. It's alright. We're going to be doing
Fresh
all of
flowers,
the
I could
chests
dye
in
my
Jack the
robes
Ripper.
white.
James,
Yeah.
remember when we went through on one of the Clubhouse podcasts and like we started watching ASMR
Oh,
and just went
yeah,
through some of
yeah.
the. There was one chick. She was like eating a banana and obviously
Fuck
trying to
yeah.
make
She wasn't
herself
though, was she?
suck
She was
up.
like
It-
fucking deep throating
disgusting.
that banana.
She
They're
was
like
deep throating.
they do. They really go at it, don't they? It's fucking
I-
ridiculous.
Sanctuary eating bananas there.
I must say, I did some more investigating of ASMR after that podcast, and I'm like, there is some, not only the weirdest shit I've ever seen on YouTube, but also must say, like, in fairness, I did find like some channels there that are like, I clearly what it actually is meant to be, like wholesome and just actually trying to help people, I guess, sleep. Whereas then
Yeah.
you've got these people that like make the reputation of the whole genre like horrible because they
Sucking
like
ear
act like
ASMR.
they're sucking dick,
Yeah, it's
kissing your ear,
Sucking dick. Sucking dick ASMR.
sensual like videos of like fucking all up in your dick, like all up in your ears, like just like
Arsehole
It-
prolapse ASMR.
ear sucking, ear licking, ear kissing, and I'm like who clicks on that and enjoys it, and all the comments are just like, I came so hard to
Oh
this.
god!
Oh,
Imagine
God.
that being your job. Oh god!
Oh, I've just found one here
What do
where
you
it's
do
just
for a living? Well, I sit in a room
fuck?
with a high quality microphone, and I make disgusting noises.
Oh,
She's sucking
God.
off a frozen banana. Stop it, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that's- Whereas, like, I did find a couple of channels that I'm like, oh, this is like actually like quality. These people spend a lot of time, and this is actually like a well-made video for a reason. And that's like, I feel like those are probably most people. But then you've got the people that actually get like made fun of, and that's how people have heard about ASMR. They just kind of fucking ruin it. So I mean,
It
is weird. It
But-
is weird. Eh?
I don't really have much to say on it. I was like, you know what? If they're gonna do that, fucking hell, fine. I'm gonna stick with my music, thanks.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
what I go to sleep to. Music.
No, I go podcasts. I do music or podcasts, really.
What I
But
find
music, I get into the music. You know what I mean?
What is
Like,
this
I
video?
struggle
What
to,
is this?
are you watching ASMR for the first time, George? Is that what's happening right now?
No, but what the fuck is that video?
I just
That's
found
borderline,
a.
like
I just found a.
softcore porn.
I just found a
Yeah, I've seen some
ASMR Fortnite roleplay.
Oh fucking hell, no.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
wait,
okay.
send it to me. Send it through. Send
Alright,
it
hold
through.
up. Let me copy it.
Jesus
Where's
Christ.
Skype
ASMR
gone to?
Fortnite. What the fuck?
That is a common thing I found though with in my deep research, is like
Yeah.
it's role plays are a thing, like it's like people dress up
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
characters. I find that weird. That to
There's
me
so
is weird.
much ASMR Harley Quinn. It's fucking ridiculous.
Why is it always just
ASMR
hot chicks?
Fortnite roleplay.
It's like
I'm gonna get this up on stream so people can like see it.
They're the ones that gets the most views.
yeah, that's true. Like this chick's obviously attractive, and I say that in a completely wholesome way because I don't know if she's legally of age.
Which
So
one?
I just mean that in a totally like
We're talking about the
one that I
Fortnite
sent,
one.
that James sent.
wholesome, just objectively, yeah, she seems like a lovely lady. Anyway, I'm gonna
I'd
stop
assume-
talking before I.
I'd
I'm
assume
sure there's a
they're
good
all of
intention behind
age.
it.
Why is she
Turns
only
out she's
cunting
12.
Apple? Is that
Yeah,
Fortnite? What's that got to do with
Thing.
Fortnite?
Healthy,
Apple,
I
innit?
think.
I've turned the sound
She's
up.
done so. Why has she done so
No,
many
we're
of
done, we're
these
done.
Fortnite role plays? Like, what
Well,
the
hang on.
fuck?
It says
There's
part
like-
4.
Yeah,
Part
there's one,
4.
two.
They must get views. They must
There's
get
5
views.
of them. There's 5 of these different role
There are like
plays.
hundreds of
Fallout.
thousands of
I mean,
views on
Fallout.
this.
Fucking
Fortnite.
petrifying. I'm sorry, it's really ominous. I know that it's not intended to be ominous. It
Yeah,
just
I mean-
is. It's like staring into the eyes of a psychopath.
You gotta appreciate the mic quality though. It's really fucking good.
There's
It's
2
very
of them.
good. What the fuck's this one? ASMR with my boyfriend, kissing, stroking head, massage, whispering.
Whoa.
And the thumbnail's just like
Oh,
her.
whoa!
Like-
That's
Who-
simply
what
too
the fuck?
Oh god, what the fucking hell? He's got a weird head from the back.
Oh, being my boy, getting knobbed in by my boyfriend.
ASMR. Oh my god, ASMR in brackets for men. Come closer. Let me whisper you things you've always wanted to hear.
Oh, please send that to me right
Oh
now.
my
That's
God.
what I mean.
Oh,
Please
god.
send it
Oh
to
shit,
me.
I almost saved it. Fucking hell, hang on. Right, let me copy the link.
Actually
Hold up.
say
Is that weird like she looks really weird and like fucking scary?
She looks a
The
bit
one that
sort
did
of...
that. She's like German or
Have
some
you
Have you
shit.
sent it through?
Yeah,
Have you
There
sent
She
you
it-
go,
makes
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
strangest videos in the fucking world.
Oh yes, I've seen this. I haven't seen this video, but I know the chick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, she is so creepy. Like she looks like she's like a I don't know, like some sort of demon.
She looks like a Snapchat
Wait,
filter.
George,
It's
I just
fucking
found
weird.
ASMR wine merchant roleplay
Oh my
Wine
god.
merchant.
on Discord. Wine merchant.
There's like a roleplay for everything.
Oh, it's amazing.
What's the most preposterous thing you could think of that there'd be a roleplay for?
Most like obscure thing or like normal thing?
Normal. I think normal would be pretty good. Like what?
What
do you
would be
reckon
like
there
a
is?
doctor or a teacher or something?
Okay.
I'd assume it's like the normal ones.
Think of something.
Those would be
but
pretty
think of
normal.
like a mundane task and see if there's a roleplay for it. So like brushing your teeth,
Shoe
or like
polishing.
Okay.
tying
Cooking.
your shoelaces, or ironing clothes. Like
Oh,
something.
Shoe
Oh,
polishing.
cleaning
ASMR.
cleaning the house. Like there's definitely
Oh,
I promise you there's a roleplay for cleaning
ASMR. ASMR shoe polishing. Unintentional ASMR Japanese shoe shine. ASMR leather
Yeah.
shoe shining. There is ASMR
ASMR.
for shining shoes.
Cleaning my room. Cleaning the
Oh,
kitchen. ASMR with soapy sounds.
You see, you said there's a roleplay for like everything. So I typed in ASMR Taliban roleplay to see what will come up, and the first thing is a thumbnail of a Chinese woman with the ASMR 8 hours first class flight attendant roleplay. I'm like,
Oh, I found more
Shit.
Fortnite ones.
Like she went full on to the point where she's like, well, you know, if the flight's 8 hours, the roleplay better be 8 hours long.
but the thing is,
Oh,
to find
gosh.
this as the first result, I typed in Taliban roleplay.
And it's a plane.
Not a good sign.
That is racist YouTube. That is a racist search result.
And
I just
YouTube's
found
always-
one called ASMR bank robbery, but it's not like the thumbnail. It's just a girl
How is that?
in front of a mic in a bedroom.
How is that relaxing?
Like I thought
These
ASMR was
are
about
fucking weird.
like a bank robbery.
Yeah, but she's not even in a fucking bank. Oh, in the thumbnail, she's not in a bank. She's in like a room.
I have a
Serial
feeling this
killer
might be
fiction
satire.
roleplay.
ASMR horror is surely there's got to be like ASMR horror story, medical kidnapping roleplay. How
the
is that
fuck?
relaxing?
The ASMR mortician preparing you for your...
ASMR Tony
Okay.
Stark roleplay. This dude looks nothing like Tony Stark.
Holy shit!
I just found an
Look
ASMR
at
jealous boyfriend roleplay, sleep inducing.
What the
What? How
When
is
your
that
boyfriend's
sleep
jealous, so you
Guys.
fall asleep.
Guys, you have to see this. You have to see what I just
Penny-
said.
ASMR
Fuck.
Pennywise kidnap.
That's
But
Play
what?
it sounds.
It's actually fucking creepy. They've. Oh my god! Watch this.
What is the point of this? Why do people listen to this? It's 15
Oh, what
minutes
the
of
fuck?
see
I was
yourself.
sitting there like watching this.
Holy shit!
What
How is
the
this relaxing? This is supposed to help you sleep. ASMR Pennywise kidnaps you.
I'm not sleeping after this, and I'm not even. I don't even have the volume.
Is this
There's
is
just
literally
this,
the? It's the
There's just this
opposite.
Pennywise impersonator jacking off a balloon. It's
It's
petrifying.
literally the opposite of ASMR. ASMR is supposed to help you sleep. This is make people never sleep again.
ASMR Pennywise
fuck
sucks
is
you
that?
off. Oh god.
Oh my
dear.
god, what is all this?
Oh god.
Game
That's-
store
I can't
roleplay.
stomach any more of that video. I'm sorry.
This is so bizarre. This
It's
is so
fucking
bizarre.
weird.
Voldemort's first ASMR.
Oh dear.
Voldemort.
When does
The
it
production
end?
quality on this. What the fuck?
The Pennywise one production quality is insane.
Yeah, why is this
Insane production quality.
The production quality is high, but what's the point?
Views,
It
isn't it?
got
have
a
no
million
idea.
views, so I mean, it's fucking doing something.
Like, look at that one that I just put in there.
Fucking hell.
It's
Let's
I-
see.
it's a
see,
chick
the only
that's doing
problem here is
Pennywise
that
too.
only
It's a
has a
girl
nose.
that's doing Pennywise. It's not a guy.
Really?
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
And
this is
she's
insane.
super hot as well. Of course she is.
They all are. Like, this fucking
Super
some
hot
weird trend.
This is my first.
Oh, you know what? I take everything I said back about that Pennywise girl. She is my girlfriend now, and that's
This guy only has 10,000 subscribers, the guy that did the Voldemort one.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why does it? What the fuck? Why is the production quality so good?
the Pennywise.
film
Actually
man.
got
Man,
like half a
fucking
million.
rickets. What's he
That's half a
doing?
million subs. What's the biggest ASMR channel like?
Oh god. Do you
Uh,
reckon if we type in ASMR?
ASMR. I just typed in ASMR. I'm trying
I think
to find
it's the the one that was shouted out by PewDiePie in that video that he
Gentle
is.
whispering
Level up.
ASMR.
Let's have a look.
That's
We've got one with
1.4 mil.
1.4 million, 1.7, not 1.7, sorry, 1.17.
ASMR Darling 1.8 million.
Oh,
One
fucking hell.
so many people.
Oh my! Oh yeah, we watched this. I was like, why does
Oh,
it
no.
say I've watched this video? Like, you know, it has the red bars and the YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
If you watch them, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh yeah, we watched this on Clubhouse. Remember the ASMR Sleep With Me Russian roleplay? What? And
Yes.
she's naked.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
So weird.
Mate, we're
ASMR.
not even on the
fuck
deep web.
my
This
head.
shit is already borderline fucking
Yeah,
creepy.
I was gonna say, am I a secret creep? Like, why have I watched that? Oh yeah, we talked about it on a podcast. It's my favorite topic. Look through ASMR roleplay videos.
God, it's the
Favorite
best shit.
subtopic of
This
the
is the
podcast.
best topic.
I love it. It's amazing.
I just love finding weird
You
shit.
just have to look at the fucking the chat, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is this? Stop!"
I've cleansed myself of this evil.
There's so much of it. So much.
Become an ASMR review channel, apparently.
ASMR reviews ASMR.
ASMR ear eating. Yep. Well, now back to the
What?
weird
On
ones
that-
again.
There's just somebody scranning on ears.
It's these fake.
ASMR bumming.
It's these fake plastic ears they attach to the microphone, and they just sort of suck on them.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's
that's
really
yeah.
fucking
We,
up.
oh yeah. I
we watched
saw
those on
those.
Clubhouse.
It's the most gut wrenching
What
noise
sound
as well. It's just like
Yo.
Oh, it's so bad.
ASMR snorting toad.
ASMR girlfriend calms you during storm. Full cap.
ASMR girlfriend.
Yeah, Thunder
Get
Buddies.
dicks down.
This is so dumb. These are so dumb.
It's just.
This is fuck. I can't. Why? How has this become such a trend?
My mission is to find an ASMR channel and start watching it to find and see if it actually works.
Oh dear.
Maybe it
I want
does.
to.
I don't
Maybe.
have
And
much
I'm
interest in it,
not
but
gonna go watch fucking weird shit because
should
there are
watch,
normal ones.
ASMR
Like,
that is
binaural
our,
ear eating.
That is
No,
our.
no. I don't want ear eating. I don't want ear sucking. I don't want sleeping with me. I don't want sucking dick
Do you
shit.
want
Like
shoving a whole apple in my vagina ASMR? I reckon that'd be a good one.
ASMR fisting my arsehole. Like,
It's just porn. They just put ASMR in the title though. Oh god.
ASMR talking to you. Okay, well that seems normal. Like I
ASMR
get that.
thing,
Like
cliche.
I always like. I get what the idea is. It's like, you know, if someone whispers relaxing to you, like I get that's pretty relaxing. If like a nice person like just whispering to you, like
Yeah,
I understand the
fucking
concept.
therapist.
I understand the concept of that. I just don't know if it works.
some of them are super, super sexual as well.
I
There's
just found-
absolutely sexual undertones.
ASMR in
What
What do you
Minecraft.
mean?
It's literally a Russian girl naked, and it's called "Sleeping with Me,"
Exactly.
and she's blowing into the microphone.
ASMR in
Oh.
Minecraft.
It's amazing.
Oh fuck. I agree.
Oh, this is fucking weird. Right, I'm done with this.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on
Yeah.
from ASMR.
Get an
What?
ASMR channel on KCC. That's the best idea ever.
Who could we
Yeah.
get?
Show a whole podcast
Oh
dedicated
yeah.
to.
Maybe explaining the fucking logic.
No,
behind
James,
it.
we're not allowed to get whoever we want on the podcast, man. We're not Joe Rogan. We can't just
No,
get
you
a
can't
guest.
get anyone on.
on
You
the-
don't. You're not
I'm
getting
pretty
buddy.
sure
You're not.
you
You're not gonna
quite-
get Megan on. You're not gonna get Colin on. Stop it. You just stick to Assassin's Creed. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get Abu Bakr Salim. You know, that's funny because the one person that was related to Assassin's
Oh.
Creed
Oh,
didn't
wow.
come on the podcast and then
Yeah.
unfollowed you.
Yeah, it's because Assassin's Creed people hate us, and we hate them, so it's okay.
They were like, you do, Abu, you do realise who that is? That is racist. He's a Nazi.
You do
He hates
realise
you.
the
That's what
racist,
happened.
right?
Someone let him know. A
You
reputation.
do realise he hates you, James, and Abu. You're not James. What the fuck is that?
I mean, it's not
Oh,
that hard to
God.
believe, is it? Well,
No.
that was a fucking disturbing segment, I must admit.
We've made this. This is far too common. We do this too often.
But
Anyway,
Look at ASMR videos on
it's
podcasts.
the second time we've done it. It's not too
Absolute
common.
I mean, it is a
Rams.
bit too often, isn't it? The fact it's happened
Yeah,
twice.
twice. Yeah, fair. That's actually a fair point. You're right. I think
do
you're
it
right.
once, it's funny. You do it twice, everyone's like, "Come on, man."
Yeah, but the other time was on Clubhouse. I've never done it on.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
it's
so
a bit
never again until we get someone on the podcast that's an ASMR YouTuber.
Will they do the whole thing in ASMR?
Oh, we should whisper the whole podcast.
The whole podcast is an ASMR
whole 3
special. We
hours.
all whisper into the
Can we have
mic.
like a half-an-hour interval where somebody shouts and then it goes back to it?
We could do it and then
So we
right
get
towards the middle.
Someone
We could
plays
just
Pennywise
scream,
and just
like-
wakes you up, scares the shit out of you.
Oh.
Wake the fuck up! The
It's
podcast
just
is
such a
3
good
hours
idea
long.
to get someone like that on the podcast. I'd actually love to watch that. It'd be fantastic.
I bet it'd be
Well, who
really
could we
good.
get?
should do it.
Like,
I
who-
don't know. Someone around our channel size, I suppose.
there's so
Maybe a bit
many.
higher, bit bigger.
Okay,
Sure you could find
that's
one
my
to
new
get
job.
it.
I'm gonna find an ASMR
Oh,
channel
yes.
that isn't creepy and weird.
Get the
And-
one that had her nudes leaked.
Oh dear. Who had the
Get 'em
news?
Who
what?
had their
This one.
nudes leaked?
How do you
Shit.
what?
This
Someone's
one.
nudes.
Who is this?
Who?
Let's see.
This was
Who had their
this
news?
gamer.
This gamer. Okay, Lexi Pole, ASMR.
Get her on.
I'm addressing my leaked pictures. ASMR. What?
Imagine having to stay in character for ASMR.
She did it in ASMR. Wait, does she not
Yes.
speak? Does she not ever
Yeah, yeah,
speak?
What do you mean not ever speak?
Like, does she only say? Does she only whisper things? Like, she never done a video
Yeah,
where she actually just talks.
You see, if you whisper
No,
for
no,
too
no.
long, your voice
That's
is probably
kinda good,
fucked anyway.
though.
So,
That's the kind of
Yeah.
person I want
But
on
also-
though. Someone that will only whisper
Yeah,
so the
but
entire
also
thing
she-
they're whispering.
I find, first of all, she looks about 12, and I don't like that whole
And then
yeah,
they
that's
leaked
weird.
out
It's
that.
creepy to me.
addressing my leaked pictures, I'm 12.
Yeah, she looks 12. She doesn't look old enough to have leaked pictures. I don't like that. I'm not getting involved with the dark. That's a dark arts.
Your
fans.
job, Tyler, then can be to find someone that we can get on the podcast that we
That's
can have
not
on that's
creepy.
ASMR.
That's not. And can actually explain ASMR.
That does a good job. That has a decent channel size as well with a decent
You
following.
get a dude on,
They can...
you know, if you want.
I'm sure you can.
Nah, we need views. With no
Well,
one's gonna listen to
do you reckon,
ASMR.
do you
Man
reckon
talking
there's
ASMR.
any people that do ASMR that are also like into gaming? Like, well, they have to be, right? But like, that do gaming stuff.
Doubt it. I doubt it. The only people we're gonna find is
ASMR
like
gaming.
we're gonna find like
Dude,
those
James,
game store
what are you
role
saying?
plays or Fortnite ones. It's like
We just saw the
Fuck
Fortnite roleplay.
yeah, like that's
Yes.
not. We don't want one of those people on though.
ASMR,
reckon go
relaxing Super Mario Odyssey gameplay.
I reckon go for someone that's deep into ASMR that really is passionate about it, that makes good quality videos. We can find one, we'll get them on, and we'll chat to them about ASMR, what they like about it, sort of explain it to us properly. What do they think also about the people exploiting ASMR? You know, what do they
and then
think about
ask
these
their
channels that are
political
taking advantage?
opinions.
And then say,
That will
so
be a
are you
brick
left or
wall,
right
I
wing? Because
guarantee
I've
it,
realised
George.
that I need to
What do you think
decide
about
whether I
James
want to be
Gunn,
friends with
you
you.
fucking cunt?
That will not.
What's your opinions on fucking abortion? Tell me now. What about gun control?
No.
Before we can be friends, I need to know your entire political opinion on everything, because that will make me decide whether I want to be friends with you or not.
Yeah, of course.
You dickhead. I can't
Oh,
coexist
yeah.
with people with
All I
differing
can say.
opinions, you
Oh,
fuckhead.
yeah.
Oh,
you,
God.
you fucktard.
Fucktard,
Fucktard.
epic style.
Oh. Epic style.
Your friendly game shop ASMR.
Oh,
Just this
God.
creepy looking dude. Looks like a
Your
Skyrim
friendly
character.
game.
What?
He just looks
Give
like
us
a
a link,
like he
Tyler.
looks straight out of like Skyrim.
Pop us a
Okay.
link.
He looks like a Skyrim character. I want to see this dude right now.
Hang on, let me go. So it's your friendly
hang on.
game store ASMR.
That's like a Hadvar.
I won't
about
fucking
to be
quiet. Anyways, I reckon this fucking topic's outstayed its welcome. Do we want to move on?
Yeah, we'll move on.
Oh yeah,
hell.
definitely.
I've got my mission. I'll look
Alright.
for an ASMR YouTuber, and then like next podcast, I'll be doing ASMR videos, and I'll be like obsessed with it. Like I get so balls deep in it.
He looks like
If
Thor.
overtake James with a new following, be scary.
He
That'd
does
be
look like
amazing.
Thor, a bit. Just like a creepier version of Thor.
Oh, there you go. He did a Thor roleplay. On his channel.
Of course,
Of course
he
he
did.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to take advantage of like the size of Marvel and everything, and him looking like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
You know,
Fair play.
capitalize on.
It looks like
Yeah.
fucking Jarl Bulgruff the Greater. Not fucking Thor.
Oh god.
All right. Let's move on from this shit. Horsey and Fox is back.
Yep.
I don't really understand what happened to it, to be honest.
It just died for a
Just
bit.
took a bit of a break.
Yeah. We've brought our favourite games though. You know.
Yeah, well, but the gamers
are
are back. We brought our favourite games with us for some ultimate
to
gaming.
play.
But yeah, we've decided
Yeah.
to change things
We
around
dumped
as
our
well.
girlfriends because
Um,
we want a ring.
yeah.
And,
Yeah. I need to get the ring, man.
Gotta get the
I don't
ring.
know what to do in that accent.
Gotta get that.
I
Hey
gotta
man.
get the
Hey
ring. I
man.
just realized-
I've got to
really wanna
get the
call you-
ring.
Hey
I
man.
gotta get the ring, man. I need the ring.
Oh
I
god.
gotta get the
Fake
ring.
censor. Absolute tool.
As I gotta get the ring. I gotta get the ring. Ring a bell. Get it? Because it said
Oh.
ring twice in a row. Ring, motherfucker. I'm fine.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we've changed it up. We decided that the Tuesday, Thursday streams that we did got a bit boring. It felt like they were a bit forced. We were just doing them sort of out of necessity, more than out of, I don't know, that we actually, it felt like we didn't want to be doing them. I don't think either of us were enjoying them. We weren't finding good games to play either, so we decided to scrap them and be like, well, let's focus on the thing that we enjoy and everyone else fucking enjoys, which is the Saturday streams, which is the major thing of the channel. So we're now only doing Saturday streams. That's what Horsey and Fox is. It's just the Saturday streams now. So there's that. But I think it was a good choice in the end.
Yeah. Gives me
Fair
more
enough.
time to do nothing.
To write your EP, bro. What are you talking about? Don't say
Yeah.
nothing. That's real work, man. I know people don't understand you, but don't let those haters bring you down. They don't understand the
My
real
EP
work. you're
special I've been working on this since 2013.
Alright, what's it?
You
What are
know.
you titling? What are you titling the EP?
Bitch.
Bite the curb or
Bitch.
or bitch. It's called
Calling
bitch.
you
Okay,
bitch.
what does that mean? Is it
No
so
T.
Okay.
Like,
So is it?
Biff.
So does it stand for something? Is it like?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
no.
Stop ready this bitch. Spelt wrong.
That'll be good. I can't wait.
Sounds a bit silly, to be honest, but there's no like. It sounds a bit foolish.
Yeah. Any song names or track names you can tell us?
Dick.
No.
What's he doing?
I haven't
What's
read
going on?
anything.
I haven't written
I'm out of
anything.
touch
You've
with
working
what
on it
George
since
is doing.
2013,
He
but
keeps it-
you just
Yeah.
ain't quite got
It's been
around
5
to it yet.
years. I haven't read anything.
It took you 5 years to come up with the name, bitch.
Yeah.
Spelled
With
wrong.
no T.
Yeah,
Bitch.
that's good.
Dick.
That's good.
Bitch.
Oh god.
Cool.
Tangent that was, blimey.
I did want to talk about today. There's a big thing in my mind. Just
Yeah.
the way that George was writing his EP and not really doing Assassin's Creed videos anymore, and
Yep.
and James and I are doing a lot more podcasts and get less Assassin's Creed focused and just getting whatever guests we can on and doing videos on whatever we want to do videos on. And Ethan, you're doing the same, but you're still pretty intertwined with the Assassin's Creed community as well.
Yeah.
We're all kind of doing different things. What's the future of Four Pillars? Like, where do we see things going for the community, for the four of us? Any stuff we can do in the future, like anything like that? Like, what are you guys thinking? Where are your heads at?
Well, I'm pretty set on murdering James and stealing his subscribers.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually technically my channel, legally speaking, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
You won the channel.
Need the rocks, yeah.
I'll murder James and take your subscribers then. It
Yeah,
doesn't have the same effect, but you know what? Fuck it.
yeah, but still legally, I'd still own the channel. But yeah, cool.
Okay.
Legally,
Well,
on
sorted.
paper.
But yeah, those are my goals. Other than that, not much.
That's pretty good.
What about you, Long
goals.
Long Fox.
That sounded really weird. Your
Dude,
voice
that
just
sounded
then.
really
was-
weird.
I went
ASMR, yeah, that was
What
weird.
about you,
Yeah.
Long Fox?
Oh my god, that sounds horrible.
Just talk
Uh,
I leaked nude pictures today.
so my
Sorry.
goal for end of 2018 is to not have my pictures leaked again. No, my goal for my channel is probably like 50k by the end of 2018 for right now, and I just want to work out on I want to get consistency down because I've got quality in my opinion. I think the videos are,
In your opinion,
you know,
sure,
the.
but- alright.
I mean, they're alright, but I want to get more consistent with it because it's been almost 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video, and kind of got to fucking get on that, to be honest. And then once I get that down, it should pick up a lot more from there. I hope so, at least. If it doesn't, I'll probably end up like killing myself in a park.
Probably. Well,
In
I am
a
afraid
park
of
on
that,
a
actually.
fucking curb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just sat on the curb with his cigarette in hand. Well, two of
Yeah.
them. Because it's George.
Three in one
He's gonna
mouth.
start heavy soon. Just chilling, and then one day he's gonna be dead. It's gonna be a shame.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Too.
I hope so too. I know.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
The dream is to die in a
Ethan's gonna
bar.
murder me. George is gonna die.
The Welford bloodline will be extinct.
And then Ethan and I can
Extinct.
finally jiu-jitsu roll and duel in peace.
Oh shit! Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
You can finally
yeah, well-
do the stick of dynamite with Ethan.
Yeah, but we'll actually have to do a video on it, Ethan, when we
What,
do
a
that.
video where we roll.
When
Oh god.
yeah, when we're yeah.
that'll be the
when we-
most
when we're
embarrassing
actually-
thing
well-
ever.
Why?
Because if somebody could take a screenshot at the wrong moment and everything's out of context,
Yeah, bro. Whatever, bro. We fucked afterwards anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like
it'll be sweet. We'll have a good roll. We'll have a good time.
good jiu-jitsu roll.
I need to buff up as much as possible now. Good thing I'm already heading that way.
Yeah. Yeah. How much do you weigh?
80 kilos.
8 kilos. I'm about the same now. I was 86, but I've been
bastard.
I've been working out. I've been trimming the fat, and I've dropped 6 kilos in the past 3 months.
Nice
Mate,
one.
that's good.
Yeah,
I'll
so I'm
put on
gonna-
about 15 in more or less muscle.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. And then we'll be evenly matched.
Yes,
And then,
we'll have a
and then
scrap.
then I can humiliate you.
And then I can kill
Physically
your dad.
speaking, I'm gonna stick my dick in your mouth just because I feel Just because
ASMR, sticking knob.
It'll be a great time.
I just zoned out for a minute there. What the fuck just happened?
It is as bad as it sounds.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
God.
well, Ethan does. Ethan trains, jiu-jitsu as well. What's the other martial art you train?
Tang Sudo.
Tang Sudos, and I train jiu-jitsu as well. Both of us train Japanese jiu-jitsu, so we're gonna do a nice jiu-jitsu grapple session roll. Let's get someone to film it. Have a good time.
That sounds
It'll
like
be a
fun.
good one.
Just give me a chance, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Give me a
man,
chance.
I've got
That's what
big
Ethan would say.
jiu-jitsu.
He'll be. I got. What does that even mean?
I
I've
don't
got jiu-jitsu.
I got big shoes. Give me a chance.
I like purple. I have a purple belt, man. Oh, God.
Purple belt. That's fantastic.
I wish I had purple belt.
Is that a good thing?
I wish I had. But...
Yeah.
It's one of the higher.
Or is that just
belts.
because you like
Is it
purple?
brown, then black?
What
Well,
you wish?
it's both.
I want both of them.
Yeah, I want both of them.
I want.
Oh,
Both. George, I feel like
I'm
you
gonna
create
die.
most of the memes about me. Half of them are based on things, and the other half you just make out of nothing. Oh, I got big shoes, man. It's like, what is that even based
What was that? I think
It was we were playing Skyrim and we got the party shoes and you just went, "Hey man, I've got party shoes." And then all of a sudden you started saying, "I've got big shoes" in Tyler's voice, and then it became a thing.
Oh, I'm so
my
sorry.
catchphrase?
that had to
For sure,
I knew
relax.
this initially had nothing to
Oh,
do
yeah.
with Tyler.
For sure, relax.
Relax.
For sure, relax,
Sure, chill out.
man. To be honest.
To be honest. James, what do you think the future of the Four Pillars is?
I think the future of the Four Pillars. I think the same way the foundation of the Four Pillars was our shared interest in Assassin's Creed, and that's how we grew. I think
Now we're gonna be our
with
shared
all of us
disinterest.
I mean, there's that obviously, but also I think the fact that we're all expanding, doing our own thing. When we come together, we get to obviously everyone loves it as well, but. There's plenty of things now we talk about, like George will do a video on one thing, I'll do a video on another thing, Ethan on another thing, you on maybe something, and then
Maybe.
we all come together to talk about it, but we have viewers from different areas, and so when we come together we get to talk about like a big diverse amount of things. We just get to talk about them. I think it's good. I think it's only good for the Four Pillars moving forwards, just to expand into uncharted waters. I think it'll be good in the end, so yeah.
It's time to grow out that viewer base as much as possible.
It's gonna
I
be
think so.
good. We're only
Then we
gonna
can
help each
create
other.
a media
as well.
empire.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that brings back the memories.
Oh god.
Certain someone will be very jealous of that.
So that just shows how long the Four Pillars have been around. Because that's an old school meme. That Jesus Christ.
It
Yeah.
really is.
I finally did it, by the way. James already know. I told James this on Clubhouse, but I was the final member of the Four Pillars to pass Esco Blades in subscribers.
You
So-
did it?
I love how
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
marker.
Congratulations.
Why is
That's
that
done.
a
Thank you.
marker?
You've made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck
God.
you, Andy.
Get fucked. You just got
I just
destroyed.
Oh,
Oh, God.
how
Libtard got
embarrassing.
wrecked, epic style.
I didn't know George was saying. What a guy! Jesus Christ!
Oh,
No,
What was it that he said? It was like what was it, that weird tweet that he made where it was like
the in the sheets and the streets or whatever. Was that the one you talking about?
the filthy casual one.
Oh, filthy. Oh, casual sometimes. Filthy only if you ask nicely. That was it.
It made me really uncomfortable. Like,
And it
was
but
good.
it wasn't
Ever
just the
come-
tweet.
these
The,
kinds of
like it was it was accompanied by like a picture of him, like posing in front of the camera. It's like, oh my god, what are we doing? So fucking funny.
It really made me like just really just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I can't explain. It made me scared. I felt fear
I felt fear.
in the bottom of my stomach just seeing him looking like that.
And he's saying like,
What
oh,
was he doing?
casual sometimes, filthy only if you ask
I
nicely.
don't want you to get filthy, Andy. Please.
Stop
don't.
trying to get filthy. I'm not gonna ask you nicely.
I'm uncomfortable that we're just even talking about this, to be honest.
Fucking
dunno.
filthy. My favourite.
Anyway,
Oh god.
yeah. I'm sorry I even brought that up. I just was like, Esco Blades was like the channel back in the day, and I was like, well, I beat it now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if anything comes of this, this was George's fault. Right.
Yeah.
I was
Also,
gonna
I
say,
have I have a request
Absolutely.
for I have a request for listeners, real quick. That I thought of yesterday on Kill Connor Club is on Horsey and Fox is I wanted there's 2 moments from podcast that if anyone can find them and find me the timestamp, I'd really appreciate it. Episode 20 with Gabe, I want someone to find the bit where he checks his privilege because I can't find it. I'd love to have that. And then also in episode 79 with Colin, there's a moment where Colin goes to make a point and he says we live in a society, but cuts himself off. And we live in a society is a really dumb, stupid meme, and I would love to have that bit where he says it, so I can just have that moment where he says it by mistake, and it's just there and it exists. So if anyone can find those moments from episode 20 and episode 79, I'd really appreciate it. Tweet me the timestamp. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear Gabe check his privilege.
Oh, I need to find it.
Do you remember?
I
remember that was long before like we were into any of the politics stuff or the Just Roy shit. And I remember when he said it. Even back then, I go, "Well, that's not really necessary." Like I actually said that to him.
Yeah,
like, I was like,
I thought he was joking because I laughed first.
No, I didn't laugh.
I thought no one can be that ridiculous. I did not think he was being serious.
Have you guys? This is a completely new topic, by the way. But have you guys seen the new Venom trailer?
I have. And it doesn't.
What do you think of it?
I don't think I've seen
There's
it.
some cringy lines in it, eh?
I think Venom looks cool, but that's the only thing. Like, other than that, I think the tone is completely off. I don't know if it's like they filmed it to be R-rated, but they've cut it to be a 12A. And then like the tone is off. You've got like Venom making these like really like that final line where he's like saying, "Oh, I'll rip your arms off and shit," and you'll be like rolling down the street like a turd in the wind, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is awful, and everyone's then being hyped. They're like, I haven't seen the movie. I'm like, but we know what Sony do. This is going to be appalling. We know it's going to be bad. Like, yeah, I'm not interested.
There's confirmed other symbiotes in the movie as well.
Yeah, Riot is the main villain, which is fine, I guess.
I just can't see myself wasting my time with that one, to be honest.
Nah, it's not in the MCU. I don't care.
They've ruined Venom, like successfully ruined Venom.
I don't want to see Sony ruining some other film.
Yeah, I would like
more important than ruining Venom, ruining Tom Hardy. Jesus Christ, how do you manage that?
God, Tom Hardy.
He looks like a fucking heroin addict.
They're gonna ruin Silver Sable as well, my favourite character, man. Fuck's sake.
And that movie's scrapped for now, isn't it? They put it like on the back burner.
Say that word.
Yeah, but they're doing a Morbius movie with Jared Leto, apparently.
Of course they are.
None of them have Spider-Man in it. They're just doing all these villain movies. I don't know. But I think what they're doing, right, and I don't think it'll work out, but what they've basically said is, for now, these movies aren't MCU, but they're disconnected so much so that if they were successful, then they could introduce it to the MCU and work together with Marvel, but it's not going to work out. Like, it's going to be shit. They're not going to want it. Kevin Feige's going to be like, fuck off. We don't want you anywhere near us.
Kevin Feige right now, he's like, yeah, there's a possibility of that.
He's just got to stay
in his head,
friendly.
he's like, nah, it's never fucking happening.
He's got to stay friendly with Amy Pascal so we can keep Spider-Man in the MCU.
Yeah, like, so she could so easily fuck up the continuity of, like, the MCU if she just went, nah.
Oh, it'd be so bad. She has no care. There's no care in what she does. She is completely just, you know, for the corporation, after money. That's all she wants. She doesn't have a passion for Marvel and these characters, and or even a passion for filmmaking, for that matter. Like, she just wants money. That's all she is. Yeah. She's just a corporate head that wants money. Whereas you got Kevin Feige that is super passionate about comic books, about Marvel, about filmmaking, getting the right directors, these actors and everything. Like, Kevin Feige's a fucking legend. So, you know, these two people working together like polar fucking opposites. Venom's gonna suck though. For anyone saying otherwise,
so far
you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Venom is going to suck massive dick.
Yeah, I can't stand these people that they do it in every industry, and you see it with Assassin's Creed, and you see it with these like Venom, and you see it with the DC movies. These people that for some reason are there's no reason to be unjustifiably positive or optimistic about shit. It's like every DC movie's been shit. Why are you now like angry at me for saying Aquaman will probably be bad or Shazam will probably be bad?
Did you see the thing about the shark on the cover art?
They just
I got it off some Aquaman's got his
Getty images.
What a time.
Oh god. But yeah, people will get mad at me for saying these things that have always been bad will now be bad. They're like, oh, you haven't seen it, you don't know. I'm like, yeah, but I've seen everything else they've made. It's always been bad. Why do you think this is going to be good is the question. They're just like, because, you know, it might be. I'm like, well, that's not a fucking reason. Shut the fuck
So
up.
we haven't
You
seen
know
it
might
yet.
be.
Yeah, it's like, you haven't seen
Going
it
off the
yet.
track record.
Yeah, but that's
Going
the
off
thing.
track record, the
That's-
only good movie is Wonder Woman.
That's why that
That's all Wonder
argument
Woman
is so
is about.
fucking dumb, right? And you know it's not based on anything. Because I'll say something bad and someone goes, but you haven't seen it, you can't say that. But if I were to say something positive, no one's going to say to me, oh, you haven't seen it, you can't say that. It's because it's positive. It's just when,
I'll
when
tell
you're
you what,
negative,
if you
people
tweet
get
something
mad.
decent about DC right now, I'll say that you haven't seen it. How you said positive.
Oh,
I will-
God.
Completely undermine your point just for a bit of a laugh.
DC is in an utter shambles, though.
Oh,
It
so
really
bad.
is.
Terrible.
Like,
Yeah.
Flashpoint has got to do something incredible to be able to fucking reset that universe in a believable way.
Thing is,
They
as
need
well,
it.
like, it's already tough for DC, because DC's, like, in my opinion,
Why you're at,
not even
recast
that good
everyone.
anyway. Like, I'm not a huge fan of DC. I don't like Superman, I don't like Wonder
Like,
Woman, I don't
sure,
like
the
Green
comics
Lantern.
are-
I like Batman.
It's got Batman, and that's it.
Yeah,
I like
the rest
That's
of
Batman,
my
the Flash
favorite
is-
superhero. Full
Flash is
stop.
pretty cool.
he's alright,
like-
but
Yeah.
I don't really care.
But I've
But
always
is he
been a Marvel
Captain
dude.
America? Is he
Also-
Iron Man? Is he
Yeah.
Thor?
Spider-Man,
the-
like, you know.
Yes,
The thing
but-
is about a lot of DC superheroes, which
Is he
pisses
Luke
me off a
Cage?
bit, is that they're all overpowered as fuck.
Exactly. Like, even the
Yeah.
plot for Justice League was the Justice League people come together to revive Superman so he can do all the fucking work because they all suck. That's the
Yeah.
movie. They don't
Like,
do
why is
anything.
Batman there? What can Batman
is
do?
so fucking bad when he's put up with the rest of the Justice League. Like, he's so
Like-
fucking shit.
He's not
Thing is,
when it's
though-
like in the cartoons and the comics and stuff, but in the movies, he's fucking awful. Like he
I
can't
find
do
it
anything.
really, really fucking funny
but
that Batman kills in that.
Well, the
You
Bat.
know?
Yeah.
We do realize the best superhero movie all time is a Batman movie,
Which one's this?
Don't
The
know.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good
Yeah,
time.
there's no
fucking
Marvel
incredible,
movie
yeah.
that's better than The Dark Knight.
I mean, I
Not
disagree,
fucking
but
one.
that you like
Spider-Man
Batman.
too.
You
I
like
find
Batman,
myself
so-
agreeing, to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, and you also think Infinity War's the best MCU movie. It's fucking ridiculous thing to say.
Well,
Dumb thing to
Infinity
say.
War is incredible, but there you go. That's
Yes.
that's fine. I mean,
Infinity War's great.
I'll
It's
say
pretty
Infinity
good.
War was
It's great.
high
It's a great
quality
movie. I
film.
love Infinity War, but
I still think
fucking
it's my
a
top.
lot. It's still a mess.
it's not a mess.
I feel like
Shut
as a
the
movie,
fuck up, cunt.
It is a
I like Infinity War the most. It's my favorite Marvel movie, but the best from a movie standpoint, I'd say is Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I agree. Winter Soldier or Civil War.
Yeah, or Civil War.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's like when I look at it as the overall everything. I think as an individual, if you were just sitting down to watch a single movie, which one is the best? Yeah, I'd say Winter Soldier or Civil War. But when I'm looking at it for overall the MCU, because of how important Infinity War is, it's got all the characters in it. It's like this huge thing. That's why it's my top. But it's like it'd be like sitting down, I guess, to just watch Return of the
see-
Jedi. I mean, that's a bit weird. Or just to
Infinity War
watch,
was a
like,
bit
I don't know.
prancing all over the place, though, if I'm honest with you.
I liked that though. Like
I mean,
liked
I
the...
did like the film. Don't get me wrong; it was a great film, but maybe a bit too on the fast, if you know what I mean.
It reminded me of an episode of Game of Thrones where there's different like
Yeah, but
characters
at the
and,
same
and you
time,
jump
in an
about
episode
and
of Game of
follow
Thrones,
them.
sorry, in an episode of Game of Thrones, though,
Right.
how much I couldn't watch like a single episode of Game of Thrones and then wait a week for another one because how much individual development occurs within one episode. Across a season, there's a lot, but in one episode, it's really, really minuscule.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Like,
I've noticed that.
I'm sure there are certain scenes where this character will show up for like a few scenes in a single episode, and they'll walk about 5 feet, and that's it for that episode. Come back next week to see Jon Snow walk another 5 feet. And
Well, it's similar in a way to Infinity War because look at like Captain America. He doesn't do
Oh,
anything in
that
Infinity
pisses
War
me off
really.
to no end. How dare you put Captain America in a movie and do that much with him?
I think they're saving him for Avengers 4 to be honest.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it's just unacceptable.
I think they did a great job in the film. I think it's bloody great. I love it.
they did do a great job. Yeah, there are things that I would criticize, like I just mentioned, but I'm sure like a second part will sort of. Some of it will be ironed out in whatever's coming next. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I think the thing is with something like Infinity War and with
Let's
Marvel
give
movies,
Vision. Let's give Vision all this fucking screen time, and Oh my god, a Scarlet Witch, and not give Captain America like more than a minute's worth of lines. Get
I think
the fuck out of here.
I think I like.
Vision isn't even a thing.
Vision doesn't exist.
Vision was a bitch.
Vision is a
was a
lie.
bitch in Infinity War.
He's first of all a bitch. You're right. Also, he's an AI with an Infinity Stone. That's all he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also
I don't
Jarvis and
know.
Ultron as well, and he's also like Bruce and Tony.
Well, that's what I said.
Because you could take the Infinity Stone out. I mean, he is an AI, yeah. But he's a very intelligent AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no one's disputing
It's kinda
that.
why it's
No
an
one's disputing that.
intelligence
I'm
and
just
AI.
saying, it's not like he's interesting as a character as an AI.
He's not the most interesting dude ever. He's more interesting in other films, like Civil War. He was better. In Infinity War, he was just a whiny bitch. He just got done in constantly by like Corvus Glaive.
When he's in Ultron, like he's like the most powerful like member of the Avengers. Then by Infinity War, he's like the biggest bitch of the group. I'm like, I don't
I
understand
don't
what
know
happened.
how. I don't know how. What
A
happened?
few years' time and everyone does a
I
180.
don't know. But like,
Dude, it's so creepy when you said that.
there's a lot of criticism I think I could have for all the Marvel movies if I bothered, but I think I just love them so much I don't fucking care. Those are the only movies I really don't want to be critical with and sit down and be like, okay, what was really good, what was really bad, and like make myself hate it. I just love them. I'm happy just loving them.
I
to
could
be
never
honest.
hate those films.
Oh, I love to make myself hate things.
I mean, I've done it now with The Last Jedi, unfortunately. I really don't like
Oh,
that
The Last
movie.
Jedi was never good anyway. It was never good, so...
The issue was
okay.
the issue with the Last Jedi, just to quickly go over it, was that there's so many great moments in The Last Jedi. I think to me they overshadowed all of the problems, all of the cracks. But once all of like once it settles and you're over the really great moments, that's when the cracks start to show and you realise that it's really a bit shit, to be honest.
You know, I've just realised...
Oh.
We haven't talked about Assassin's Creed for this whole podcast.
Hey guys,
really.
so Assassin's Creed might be coming to Japan, and also there is a novel. It is set in China, Shaoyun, and that's it.
Shut the fuck up.
And it's
How are
really,
you?
and it's really epic. You're welcome.
I don't.
And
yeah.
you can only get the Xiaoyun book in Japan.
Oh,
or in
right.
China, whatever it is.
I find
Really?
that really funny.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. Like, it's only coming out in China.
Oh, fuck
apparently.
off. I was actually interested in that. I was actually genuinely interested in that. Fuck it off.
Fucking retarded
I re-
developers.
I remember my initial response to hearing that that it was only going to be in China. Apparently, I said there's always a catch. To which Tyrol responded with something, and then I just responded with the pitch. You know that We Are Ubisoft logo.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
just it. That was my thoughts.
Yeah.
We Are Ubisoft. That's released this exclusively for the Chinese. Yes.
Ubisoft are fucking idiots. Sometimes I think, who the fuck's in charge of like all their like marketing decisions? Sometimes,
And then you
or like
realise. Then you realise it's AMR. And you're
who's
like,
head of
oh,
content?
oh shit.
Head of content.
I'm sure
The guy that tweeted fucktards because he was really, really angry with everyone saying that.
And he like put thumbs up. I mean, middle finger emojis.
And love
got
hearts.
to alienate your fans. If you're not doing it, you're not doing it
What a
right.
moron. God.
Like, I love that tweet. I included it in my I think it's the Ubisoft hit a new low video, or it was the glaring problems of AC Odyssey. I included that tweet in it just because I had to. Like I couldn't not.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
hilarious.
God, it's amazing.
And I can't. What do you guys think about Odyssey being like a government simulator?
A
Like,
government
what do you think
simulator.
about that?
What does that
What?
mean?
It
Oh,
was,
like,
after,
they said, yeah.
after the game. Yeah, it's like you have to deal with problems in society and shit. Like, what do you think about that? That's like what they said in the article about non-finite experience.
About the finite experience. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Yes,
does
I
that
love a
sound
lack of
shit?
development and shit side content.
Yes,
Oh,
So the
love
game's
it.
got to
social
end
issues.
at some point. Just let the game end and then
My
release
favourite thing
DLC.
to do is liberate slaves. How well did that one go?
But they can put in less
Yeah,
effort
not
by
just-
going like, here's the complete game. Now every so often we're gonna release really fucking shit mini quests where all you do is go and kill a bloke, and that's it. And that's their idea of the world is always living and active even after the story. It's
Yeah,
like,
but people
wow.
don't take it as that. That's why people
Sorry,
are so
after I
pissed off
finished
about my
Origin
video.
story, the open world got a bit banal, even still.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
And,
Like,
that's
as much
that's
as I
natural to happen
really
with
like
any
the
game.
game, it does get a bit boring.
Mm.
Like,
I mean, one open world game that never got boring was The Witcher 3. Like, it didn't. I
mean-
never felt that with it.
I mean, I would argue that once you've done everything, then it getting boring is kind of a given.
Yeah.
I never got bored with God of War.
No, I never got bored with God of War either.
Oh, I got pretty bored with God of War, to be honest. It was great. The story was great. Then there's the side content.
How
Which-
dare
I
you?
like the side
How
content.
fucking dare you?
There's a lot of it which is all right, and then there's bits of it that just feel a bit.
Well, I don't know, because I don't think it was overloaded with side content. I think there was just the right amount, that there was a lot of diversity,
No,
there was
but-
a lot of interesting stuff.
There was plenty of side content that I enjoyed, but then there were just bits where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing really.
What I really liked was the side content felt like it was part of the main story. It was character development
Oh,
for
that'll be
Atreus
why I
and
didn't do it.
Kratos.
It all felt integral to the, like, it all felt like, because, like, I think that this is
Except
one
when
of the
I
most
spent
important
30
things.
hours getting missed echoes, but yeah, other than that.
Other than that, yeah.
I mean, well, yeah,
I
I
mean-
also did a lot of that as well.
I think the thing that the God of War does really well is they make the side content feel important without it feeling integral. Like, when you do it, you don't feel like you wasted your time doing something that's a side thing. You feel like it was important, like it felt important, but it wasn't integral. You don't have to do it. Like, so you can play the main story and it still is a good
see,
experience. But
half
side
of the,
content, it feels meaningful, I think. Is the
Half of what happened with the side content in God of War is probably didn't help that I didn't do any of it until, you know, like you finish and it was let you just do what you were doing. I think the problem for me was I never actually found a place where I thought I could segue into side content here. You know, like obviously you can, but I never felt like inclined to. And sometimes
Really?
I
I always felt that I had to be doing
I
side
don't know.
content.
I'm just not very observant, evidently. I just went through it. I was too invested in that story. I couldn't like, you know, break from it.
I kept thinking that, like, as I was going, like, bits would be more challenging. I'm like, oh man, I need to, like, whenever I see anything, I wanted to do that thing. So I was like, as I went through, sure, I wanted to get to the next point of the story, but if anything popped up, I had to do that thing. Any side quest, any collectible, anything. Made getting the platinum trophy a little easier as well, because I'd already almost got every collectible before I even had to go back and look. Just because I would not leave anywhere without looking around every corner, doing every quest I could find, finding every collectible I could see.
As far as collectibles are concerned, I found a good few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. Fucking hell. What a game.
What a game.
It's just
The
the
best-
sheer quality of the experience. Like, it was all quality.
Yeah, yeah. It's all on the same level. It all feels like this like amazing. The whole thing is just an experience, like all of it. There's nothing that feels like an afterthought or secondary. It's not too big either, and it's not too small. Like, it's just they polished everything. You get this like Naughty Dog sort of experience in terms of like the little things are there, the details are there, the way they interact with the environment, the camera, the story. All of these little things, but you get that in a sort of semi-open world environment where you have all these side quests, this big world to explore, and these different realms, and you have all of this stuff. But it all feels so fucking polished, and I think that for me, and I've said this before, that's why it's my favorite game of all time. That's why it goes above The Witcher 3, because although
same.
The Witcher 3 is big and all the stories are bloody incredible and the game's fantastic, what God of War does is everything has that level of polish that you'd expect from a linear game in an open game, and I feel like everything feels so perfected. Everything, like from the gameplay to the story to the side activities to the world exploration, characters, writing, everything feels so perfectly polished. There's no downside to me with that game.
I gotta admit, as far as God of War is concerned, I think it's the game in which I experienced the least bugs, if any at all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't notice any. Everything seemed to run so smoothly.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why PlayStation's on top.
Yeah, exactly.
People get pissed
yeah.
off. They get pissed off and they go, "Oh, PlayStation exclusives aren't even that good." But it's like, that's because you haven't
Play
played
them,
them.
you fucking wanker.
So dumb.
That's
Every
why.
PlayStation exclusive just is absolutely killing it. Like, I went into Detroit Become Human going, like, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so it's going to be good. But it was so much fucking
Detroit
better than I
Become
expected. Like, that game was incredible. I did not expect
Detroit
that
Become
good.
Human was fucking fantastic. It just was.
Yeah, it really was.
Like,
It was amazing.
Honestly, I can also appreciate fucking what's it called, Hellblade, as a game. It was a PS4 exclusive. It wasn't like.
Was
I
it?
didn't play that.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't for me, but it had the same polish that a PS4 exclusive has.
It wasn't a PS4 exclusive, though.
Was it on PC?
It was on Xbox and PC. And
Fuck off,
PS4.
was it?
Yeah, it was. I'm looking at it here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mental. Well, I didn't think it was. I thought it was just on PS4. That's why I bought it on PS4.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
yeah, it was it was all platforms.
Oh, ignore what I said then. It's
It
a
was
shit
very,
game.
it was a very high quality
Okay,
game though.
it's
It has a lot of polish,
It's
but
not shit.
I think the issue with it, and I think you talked about this, is it sort of has like 3 different things you can do and recycles them over and over again, sort of thing. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
picked up from it, and it sort of looks like it gets a bit dead. Although the writing is probably where it shines, and the detail and polish.
Acting as well.
Yeah. That's probably where it shines. The gameplay really lets it down, I think.
It does. If it was more of like an action adventure game, instead of like this weird like horror puzzle game, I feel like it would have done a bit better in my eyes. But then again, it probably wasn't made for me. It was made for
true.
people that can appreciate it.
I suppose so. But yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah.
there's that. Do you want to quickly go over these Assassin's Creed things then? Do you want to quickly be like,
Do I?
just so I can leave it in the
fucking
title?
hell.
Let's just
This
quickly.
podcast is the
Yeah.
biggest honey dick ever.
Yeah. you
Well,
got what's whole
James
thing.
literally said to me, he's like, should I put Assassin's Creed in the title just for views? I'm like, no.
Yeah, go on.
I said, if you
Do it.
really want to do it, but I don't really want to. Because I don't give a
I would-
fuck. Because we're going to get to it, and none of us are actually going to want to talk about it. Because I don't care.
We can finish this
look.
conversation in about 20 seconds.
Okay,
It's
how
all
about...
bullshit. Assassin's
about-
Creed set in Japan is nonsense. Fuck off. There we go. Done. Right.
I know fan
Inside
theories,
20
the next Assassin's Creed game could be set in Hattori Hanzo sword. Game could pick up a Hattori Hanzo sword and take a swing at a game set in Japan. As fans
That would
refer
imply
for
that it has physical arms, which it does not. So.
just because
Fuck
there's
off.
like an Egyptian symbol, a Greek
Oh, this
symbol.
is fucking shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
even realize what this was. I
it's-
thought this was a leak. This is someone going. This is literally one of the stupid Assassin's Creed fans you find in the comments that goes, lasers. I found this symbol in a 7-year-old game. I think it means.
Oh my god.
You get this all the fucking
fantastic.
time.
What
People
the
go
fuck
through
is that?
Ubisoft, old Ubisoft games. People go through old
Fucking
Assassin's Creed games.
capitalising.
They find tiny little things and they go, "Oh, I think this means they've planned it." Guess what? They haven't planned anything. Nothing is fucking
The
planned.
fucking-
Nothing.
the cork is
They are
gone. The
making it
cork is
up
popped off.
as they
Angry
go
bitches.
along. This is not planned. When they were making AC3, they did not put an Easter egg saying, "Guess what? In 2018, and fucking 6 years later, oh, we're going to Japan." No, they didn't do that. Stop giving Ubisoft more credit than they fucking earned. This is ridiculous. I'm done with this.
This
We're
is so
done.
funny.
Oh god,
Oh,
Ubisoft's
sorry.
a sensitive
Oh
talking
god.
topic.
Assassin's
I'm
Creed.
done with it. I've had it.
I don't
It's-
really
no
know
shit.
what they're
The
for.
amount of fucking comments, man, that
got-
I've had for years of people being this fucking dumb. I can't stand it anymore.
I got
Oh,
on
God.
on my like Facebook page that I barely use, that still got my old channel name on it. Somebody actually messaged me with like 20 links to different sites reporting that someone's gone, maybe Japan lol, samurai guy in Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, that sounds a lot like bullshit. And he went, probably. Then why did you spend time finding 20 different fucking articles and sending them to me?
Oh god, and it's people will say, like, because Assassin's Creed is bound to go to Japan at some point, and when it does, they'll turn to me and go, "See, you were wrong." And I'm like, "Yeah, but
No, I was
but if you
fine.
leave it long enough, of course they're gonna fucking go there. It doesn't mean anything." It's like people were saying
Right.
back in 2013 when Black Flag came out, and there's that picture of
know-
that Chinese temple. They were like, "That means we're going there," and it's like, "Well, eventually,
It'll
maybe,"
be
but it
fun.
doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean fucking shit. People are so fucking dumb.
They're just keeping,
It's not
keeping
logical.
their ideas open. What they're doing.
I just love that you care so much to get upset about it.
Oh man.
I just find it.
Like you still get angry and upset about all this stuff though.
I mean, I don't
I
actually
mean-
care that much. Like, I mean, it's mostly I'm playing it up for a joke. Like, I don't really care. But like, if I was on my own, I wouldn't be that angry. I mean, it's
about the topic.
because we're live. I'm putting on a show for the boys. You like that? That was a bit of
Show for
classic
the game.
lasers.
Yeah, yeah.
You can imagine I'm also wearing the
That
horse
was a
mask too. I'm
You also got
big boy
Blade
lasers.
in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. So what we've learned here is Assassin's Creed might go to Japan, but everyone saying maybe Japan
on
lol
nothing.
has absolutely no
Yeah.
grounds to say that.
It might go to Japan based on nothing. They're releasing a Chinese novel and they're only releasing it in China. You're welcome. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, who cares anyway, to be honest.
Next game will be
I
Rome,
don't,
and
I
I think
don't
it'll
care where
follow
the next
Ire.
game's set. I will play the next game as much as I play Odyssey, which is not at all.
I'll be playing Odyssey probably.
See,
If
that's
I
what
get
I
it-
said.
they'll give
That's
me
what
a
I said. I'm
review
not
code.
gonna buy it
If-
because I know you'll buy it, George, so I can just play it if I want to because you'll buy it.
I won't get a review copy.
I probably
Especially
will.
after my video like about Ubisoft. Like,
If I'm given a copy, I'll play it, but I'm not going to buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
You've got those pals.
Red
in
Dead
Ubisoft.
Redemption comes out 2 weeks after that. Like,
BPR
why?
yeah.
will get a fucking
Well,
copy.
Red
I'm
Dead
gonna
Redemption
enjoy
2.
my freedom of my life, and then before Red Dead comes out and steals my whole life and soul.
Yeah,
Fuck,
Fuck, so I
I'm getting
have to
so
finish
hyped
Odyssey in
for Red Dead.
like
Yeah, you'll do that. You do it in a week.
2 weeks.
It's got about a minute of content in it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be alright.
No, because you have Government Simulator after it. So I've got to
Shit,
look
yeah,
after
the game
Greece,
never
James. I
ends.
can't even
The
stop
game
and play
never
Red Dead. I
ends.
need to look after Greece.
What are you talking about? Government simulator? I don't know what the fuck you're talking
because
about.
They're making
They're
Assassin's
done
Creed
with the
Odyssey.
finite experiences, so they're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
you look after Greece as like.
What is?
a
I
gov-
don't understand what you're talking about. What do you
It's
mean?
like-
Like,
It's a way of like
Pub.
extending the content after. I'll get the fucking article up. I'll get it.
Basically,
It's
yeah, what they
Ubisoft
said
have done with
was-
finite experiences bullshit.
Yeah,
so this is
they-
a
it's-
gameplay feature.
the
though,
way
you're
that- no,
saying?
no,
It's a
the way
gameplay
that-
feature
it was
that
the
you're
way they
looking
w-
after Greece.
It was the way they worded it. Was
Play with
that when the
politics,
game
you
ends,
enjoyed it in Fable 3.
it's like when the
I'll
game
read it
ends,
right
it's like
now.
yeah. If you found it, read it because it's yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. Okay.
I know
What
the
go-
art before you.
Well, I'll
before you
read- I'll
start,
read-
I know the article where they're like we're done with finite experiences, but I don't know what you're talking about with this
Find the
government thing
line,
with
find
Odyssey.
the quote.
I'll get it. I'll get it out.
But it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's,
find
I
the
think it's
bit.
this bit that sounds like it. The idea was that you have this conflict and the resolution, and then it's finished. You've killed the bad guy, for instance. We build a strong nemesis, and the goal of the game is to kill him or free
we
the
build a
country.
strong nemesis.
I don't know what that
Do you
means. It's
fucking
like this
call it
dude
They
When the
haven't.
fuck have they done that?
We've done that a few times in our games, but when you succeed,
fuck.
you have to leave the game because there is nothing else to do. So the goal was to break this and say that you will be the hero of a region or population many times, not just once. And if you get rid of a dictator or oppressor, something else is going to happen in the world, and you'll have a new goal. And then it goes on to say, this is why I talk about having several fantasies. Not only being the hero who's going to free a region, but maybe also the fantasy of having an economic impact, of being the best at business in this free country, or even having a say in how it should be governed.
Yeah, government simulator. That's what you do when
Like-
you beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You the guy, you governor. That's what you do.
It's gonna
That's
be
the
like
game.
a shitty Fable 3 in ancient Greece, isn't it?
I
Oh
hope so.
god, what are they?
Where you have
That'd
to
be
make
hilarious.
tough decisions that fuck you over either way.
What a game. Odyssey's gonna be
Oh,
lit.
wow. Can't wait to govern Greece. It's
Oh
gonna be
man.
spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt
Anyway.
myself.
Anyway, like, yeah, I on it, like, I really don't care. Like, I honestly, like, I'm not upset about it at all.
No, I'm not
Like,
upset.
I think
Like,
it's
I don't even-
hilarious.
I don't even think about it. I honestly do
I
not
think
even
it's
think about it.
funny. I think it's funny.
You
I
gotta
think it's,
remember, this is what's gonna get me views. If that means governing Greece virtually and being a sad bastard, I'm
I
gonna
tell
take
you what.
that money.
I tell you what. I know. I can
Die.
see how next year's gonna go. Right. This year we're gonna have another Unity experience. Like when I say we, I mean they, Ubisoft. I can see
Probably me.
Odyssey is gonna be another Unity experience. Everyone's gonna be like, this is really not good. It's gonna get bad press, and the game's gonna drop off. And the year after that, no one's going to fucking care. It'll be another Syndicate year where no one's looking fucking forward to it because everyone's like, oh, this is this again. It's another fucking game that's just like Origins but not as good. Every year until Ubisoft goes, oh no, we made a mistake.
Oh no.
Yeah, of course,
We-
they're going to go in cycles
need
again.
to-
That's the whole point.
And they
They
keep the
don't learn
dumb
from their
people running
mistakes.
around in
They
circles.
think they can take 1 year off and then go back to normal. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's Ubisoft.
Yeah, they're just going to do this again. Yeah, exactly. They're going to do this. Something's going to fail. Then the sales are going to fall for the next game. And then they're going to take another year off and think that'll fix everything again and then go back to normal.
And that's the
I
thing.
made
they
like
keep,
a whole
they keep
fucking
everyone
video
guessing.
about
They-
it and even reference fucking Vass in Far Cry 3 where he's like, do you know what the
Yeah.
definition of insanity is? It's
Hmm.
like, what the fuck? It's dumb.
Yeah, they keep everyone thinking because
The
everyone's
whole-
gonna keep going around saying, "Oh, look, now I reckon." Oh, I hate this fucking phrase, but Assassin's Creed is now going to be saved. Do you think they're going to save the franchise with this next game? Do you think because they took the year off, they're going to save the franchise?
Save
I fucking hate
what?
I hate it. What are they saving? It's dead. It died ages ago. It's horribly dead, run into the ground. Shit fucking franchise by a shit fucking company.
Yeah, it's a bollocks company. They've done some good things, like Rainbow Six Siege is a good thing.
Yeah, their Ivory Tower studio is good. Made the crew. Like them.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Ashraf's team.
Ashraf's team is a good thing as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ubisoft don't deserve Ashraf.
Darby
and his
McDevitt.
team.
Darby's
They
really
really
good.
They didn't deserve Darby, and they pushed him away. They didn't let him be free with creating.
I think they
and
just
come
pushed
up
him
with
onto
ideas.
different
Well, they just don't like that he's got great ideas and
They don't like
consistency
creative
and
minds.
Didn't they
forward
fucking
thinking.
Didn't they sacked Patrice Desolé, didn't they?
They did.
Or did
Yeah.
he leave?
He left,
Like
then
twice.
he left what he said first that he left. Then he came back for a bit. It was because he went to go work at THQ. Then Ubisoft bought THQ, so he ended up working at Ubisoft again. Then they fired him. That's what happened.
Wow.
Why?
You should definitely get Darby on the podcast at some point.
No.
Maybe.
And
If
talk
he-
about
I think
Assassin's
he'll come on, I
Creed.
don't know.
No, I
And
think
have
he's a
him
good
not-
writer in general, to be honest.
I agree,
not just
but-
for Assassin's Creed.
Is that-
Yeah, I don't think he'd want to come on anyway. To be
No,
honest,
I don't think we gel as people necessarily. I don't know. I respect him very much professionally, but I think as people, I don't think the podcast works well with him.
Fair
necessarily.
enough.
I don't know
I
if it
disagree.
would,
I
don't
think
know.
he would be an interesting person to talk to. I just don't think.
know.
I just don't
just
think
see
he'd
it
have
as-
interest talking to us.
I mean, I just see all the developers as they're not gonna be our friend. Like they're not gonna be people that would be able to have like it will just be a job. Like let's interview a person that does a job that we also work in the industry of. It's not like a mutual like we're not talking to another personality. We're talking to this person did this job. We'll interview them, sort of thing. Whereas I feel like when we do one with Colin, that was very much sort of like a very friendly thing between creators, between personalities. We did with the one with Megan, and we do like the ones with like the Four Pillars, Super Rebel, Brett, and all those. And those ones feel
Ron,
like
yeah.
they fit right with Ron. With Kill Connor Club. And so
Ron.
if we were to get someone on because I always think back to the Victoria one, that's sort of how it would be. I don't know. I just don't feel like anymore getting those kinds of people on gel with necessarily with the podcast, with like developers and voice actors and stuff. I don't know. They're not people that I'm willing to chase up anyway and be like, oh, do you want to come on the podcast? Because I don't really care enough.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Like, I don't really care enough, and it's a lot of effort. I'd rather just talk to people we actually just want to talk to, not
Yeah,
interview, because I don't want to interview. And when we got Colin on, I knew that it would be like we don't just chat and shit, which we did. So, I get what you're saying when you say that, but I don't necessarily think that all developers are going to be like that, though. Like, I think Darby is one of the few that we would come on and it'd be just that, like that. So, I don't know. I'm not just going to assume they'll all be like that, because, everyone's different. Just because most game developers are uber liberals doesn't mean they all are, or they're all going to act that way. Just because some of them act like crazy people.
I don't necessarily want to reach out to Darby, though. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be against him coming on. It's just I can't be bothered. Like, I don't know.
What if you were against him coming on?
What if I was? What if Lasers was against Darby coming on the Kill Connor Club?
Just like, no.
Lasers, what if?
I don't want it.
Well, if James was against it, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay. Well, then I guess we're not getting him on.
James just like,
What a-
no.
I wouldn't argue.
Oh,
Let's.
There's some things I would argue with James about, and that's not one of them.
And
I'd
let's
be like,
go.
I'd be like, okay, dude, if you say so, and just move on with my life and not care.
In that accent.
Did you say out of accent for a reason?
Yeah, I did. I don't know the reason, but I did.
Okay, dude. If you say so.
Yeah, that's my agreeable voice. It's my beta
dude.
male agreeable.
Here is my passive voice. Okay, dude. If you say so.
It's
You have to
not
say
though,
the
is
exact-
it?
No, but you see, I live in Manchester, so it's alright, boss man. If you say so.
Boss man.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have no idea how many times you get a taxi and the guy will call you boss man on the way out.
That's fantastic. I wish I could be called Boss Man every corner.
I want you change your channel name for the 7th time to Boss Man.
Shall I? No.
Boss Man.
He'll get stuck that time.
Fishy ups.
Fucking boss man.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Anything else, guys, that you want to talk about?
Yeah, can we talk about Assassin's Creed?
Okay.
Can we talk
well,
about... No, Tyler, I have a question for you. I need to know why you don't like Connor. Why is this called Kill Connor Club? Why don't you like Connor? If it was Kill Arno Club, I'd fucking understand, but it's Kill Connor Club and I don't like it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get Jacob Fry's face tattooed on my testicle.
Or maybe Kill Jacob Club, I'd like that as well, but not
No,
Kill
that's
Connor
a
Club.
hate crime because he's bisexual.
I'm gonna make a Jacob Fry plush, and I'm gonna have him.
You're gonna make one. You're not gonna buy one, you're gonna make one. You're gonna go to
I'm gonna
fucking
have
Build
him.
a Bear.
This-
You're gonna make a Jacob Fry one. I'm gonna make a Jacob Fry plush and I'm gonna have him.
What about the funny of that sentence, God?
Oh god, what
Does
the
one
fuck?
exist? You can get, there's a knitted one. You can get a handmade Jacob Fry knitted little doll.
What?
You what? Can I dick it?
I mean, I
Probably.
suppose.
I'll just make a slit and I'll just stick
Drill a hole
my
in it.
1-inch pincher
I also
in there
found
and
this
see what
picture of this guy wearing an assassin hood in his bedroom, taking it with the TARDIS phone in the mirror.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that one now.
He
What?
looks
Where
so
is
funny.
this?
Oh my god, this guy cosplaying as Jacob. What the fuck is this?
Where is this? Where is this now?
His name's Timey Wimey.
Oh, this. Yeah, hang on. Let me show you this guy.
007.
What a lad. On DeviantArt,
Timey
of
Wimey
course, it's
007.
DeviantArt.
I don't know where I'm looking. to be honest.
DeviantArt is a place for fuckers to go.
I love
that's what
bullying
DeviantArt is.
cosplayers. It's really fun. Oh
Well,
my
because some of
God.
them are really
Like-
bad and they look just silly.
Yeah,
So
it's like when it looks really cool and professional, it's like that's pretty good. That I can respect that. But when it looks shit, it's like no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't respect
Jesus
that. You look
me.
like an idiot.
I can't get behind that, mate. I can't get behind
It's
that.
literally just a hood with a t-shirt and a TARDIS phone.
Oh
and there's
my
a guy dressed as Jacob
God, I
Fry
just
looking like
found-
he's probably gonna rape somebody.
He's got a Shea Cormac leather jacket.
Oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. This Ezio costume for teens. Hang on. What the fuck? Is
Ezio
this then?
costume for teens.
What on earth is this?
It is fucking.
That's
hell.
utterly ridiculous. I've got it up on stream. Oh my god, that
He's got a
doesn't even,
fucking
that's not
leather
even-
trench coat. This dude's gonna shoot some
You-
kids.
Why is there some random fucking like kid with like a poor man's 19th century like attire going on? What's that about?
I don't know.
Also,
Oh,
that
man.
Ezio cosplay for teens looks a bit wank. Not gonna lie.
Oh god.
Classic.
Oh,
My god,
This
what
is-
a way to go out.
looking at these is agony.
Amazing.
No one can even see what you're looking at, James. You haven't even like put it on the screen. You're
No,
just
I
talking
did.
shit.
I have,
about
I have put it on the screen.
He did,
Oh,
but now it's gone.
oh, it's
I
not
did. You
put
might
up.
not be up
Okay.
to date. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Put my hands up. I apologise.
This is the first time someone's
Well.
ever said this. In the comments, we've just got someone goes, "Can you stop talking about AC games or AC?" I don't know whether he said that because he's upset that we have a that we're saying bad things, or whether he's just sick of it the same way we are. And I appreciate
think he's
that.
just
No, I,
sick of it the
I
same
really
way we
want to
are,
stop
let's
talking
face it.
about AC because
Yeah, it's
awful.
driving me insane. Okay,
So,
well,
thank you.
does anyone else have anything to say then? I'm sorry I accidentally spurred that on by mistake.
Yeah,
with a
you
joke.
really did, didn't
I
you?
apologise.
Yeah, you did it, didn't you?
You did it, didn't you? 20k.
I feel kind
Did it?
Fallout
It's from
76
the-
have cookbook apparently. What? Peter Vasin, whatever his name is in the chat.
What?
What does that mean? Fallout 76 have cookbook.
Don't know what the fuck that
I
means.
don't know. Anyway,
Anyway, ladies
thanks
and
very
gentlemen,
much
yes.
for watching
Culinary
the Kill
Diet.
Connor Club podcast. If you enjoyed, a like would be super appreciated, and you can also rate us 5 stars on iTunes and give us a like on SoundCloud. I think I don't really know how
Yeah.
that one works, but you could do that, and that'd be great. Links in the description for, of course, Tyler, obviously as always, as well as our guests Ethan and George. They're both down there if you want to check them out. If you don't already know they are, you probably
Hey.
do, but still, they're there anyway, so show your support. If you enjoyed as well, go ahead and check out patreon.com/ as always, because we've got exclusive content, early access, and the Kill Connor Clubhouse podcast going up every week that the Kill Connor Club isn't on. And to thank a few of the sweet vintage lads over there supporting us, we have King Richard III, Ballsack47, Tman or Travis, Billy the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Casey Wood, Cameron Morrissey, Mario5380, Lumistrad, Josh Jordan, OllieTheDane, Ben on Modorox, TheHumbleWorm, Elstico91, Emil Katborg, Austin, Sjors, Prudhvi Muvva, Julli, Adam Sunling, HBars12, Saggy Tits, Jace the Last Medici, the ACMJS.
Some of these names, man.
I just realised
great.
his name was the Last Medici.
I've
I've never
You
noticed.
just realised.
I've never
that.
noticed. It's just a thing we've always said, and I just realised it's the meme, the BPR meme. Okay. The ACMJS, James and Lad, Yazen, Joe the Sexboy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose, George LongEaredFox, Joshua Mora, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, Seth, Oscar, Ravjai, Son of a Bitch, OG Doggo, Brendan, or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. So, like I said, patreon.com/, as always, all the top link in the description to go over there. Pledge just $1 or more, and you get exclusive content, including myself and Tyler looking at ASMR videos on a podcast like this one, but more of it.
And giving you life
Or-
advice,
Which is great.
that
And,
won't
yeah.
help you live.
That's the
There's
best
only
shit.
so much
That's the
of that
best shit.
that I think I can take.
I would recommend going over there to listen to us do the advice threads. I really would. They're bloody great. People give us their problems.
Next week
and we
has
answer
already
their-
got a couple of good
Oh.
stories in it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's the greatest thing. That's slowly what it's becoming. Is just giving people advice, and I love it.
It's fucking amazing.
It's amazing.
Tremendous.
Wait, hang on. What kind of advice?
All kinds.
Well, all kinds. Like people like if someone likes a girl, for example, we've got a couple of storylines
Don't
going on.
dress up
One
as
is
Arno.
yeah, that's a
yeah.
great one. Good advice there.
That's what you do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, bro.
Dano?
Apparently. I mean, I'm
yeah,
never
if you
sure.
do it well, anyway. If you dress up in really
Yeah.
epic cosplay and you look good, of course. But if you put a towel on your head, maybe not.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I am
Maybe,
the
yeah,
towel
maybe yeah,
man.
both ways actually. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I would recommend those. Some really great advice thread shit. And people love it, and you'll love it as well. And it's just $1. It's just a fucking $1. $1 a month. $1 a month. You can't fucking spare that.
80p?
Come on, give us your fucking money.
Bargain, man. Guess
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bargain,
Testimonies here from actual sweet vintage lad George LongEaredFox, who we read out on the list.
Yeah, yeah. Give
I
him,
was on the
give
list,
him
and
that
that's-
dollar.
That's what I get out of it. It makes
Help
me
them
smile.
buy Freddos.
And that's very good. Very good stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time for another episode of the Kill Connor Club podcast. I was going to say with a guest, but I don't think we have anyone lined up. Do
No, we will have a guest. Yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
a
we
guest.
will
those
have a
shitty
guest?
ASM artists
Do we know
things.
who we
We
have?
will. Hopefully, I was going to see if we get Megan on again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, hopefully. That'd be good.
It might be no guest. We might get Megan on episode 82. I don't know, but
Alright.
she's someone we're going to talk to soon.
True.
So.
We also want to
Well,
get Marvel Central on as well at some point.
I was
and
about to say
and that
before
guy that I
Spider-Man
messaged
comes
you
out,
about.
before Spider-Man comes out, we'll get Ron from Marvel Central on.
from
Ron.
Marvel Central, yeah. We have a few
You need
people
to get an
working
ASMR
anyway, so-
channel on as well.
And an
so-
Oh
ASMR
yeah, we
channel,
do.
I've
I've
gotta
got
figure
to
that out.
I've got to write that down.
do it.
ASMR.
Sorted.
I'll just write down at the bottom of my list homework ASMR.
Yeah. That's great. Oh, we're getting
gonna
loads of
insert
guests on. This
myself.
year's been great for Kill Connor Club. We're getting so many guests on. It's great. Old ones and new ones, and it's bloody great. It's great. It's all around great.
It's
Just
nice.
$1 as always. Anyway, I'll see you all later on, lads.
Thanks for having me on, lasers. It's been a blast.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Four
okay.
Pillars. See you episode 90.
Nice
Big up
one.
lads and
Gamers.
Oh yeah,
gamers.
shit. See episode
Yeah.
90. Oh,
Gamers
shit.
on 3, 3, 2, 1.
Gamers.
Uh,
Oh, fucking gay.